last time on the search for the ever missing, never to be found Calmont, the halfling navigator for the pirate crew you were hoping to become friends with, the Rovers. You found yourself in the caved in, previously inaccessible underbelly of this ancient seeker keep, still accompanied by a seeker in title and name only. You're learning Alex Stagram, who's apparently several generations back did have some lineage, some ties to this old seeker keep. You've learned that they now forsaken rituals of some of these seekers involved dabbling in necromancy for the greater good, and have unearthed some of the still trapped in active tombs, previously fighting off what it clearly was some seeker in similar armor to what Alec was wearing. You fought off several lower level skeletal guards under the command of that creature, who was like quite literally pointing and commanding and kind of hanging in the back line supervising these fucks. You couldn't shake the sense, the presence of some ancient magic beyond the wall that in that room that you were in down here. And through a lot of painstaking touchy feely bits on the wall and some runes and some perception checks, you managed to find the secret door up in the corridor above there. The runes seemed way too advanced for any of you to discern,
That's
but
for sure.
Rhaegar, having some connection to the great beyond, was able to glean a little bit of info about it. At least to know that they were still active and very much interlinked or intertwined with some other protectors of this place, who you've now awakened. And in these tombs, in this room that you discovered was basically considered the Hall of Lictors, the Hall of Leaders of this old Seeker fortress, were buried here. I think it was Rhaegar in tiny cockroach animal form who went into one of the cracked bases of one of them and realized
Mm-hmm.
the connection that the almost like, I forget what it's called, but like when it's like carved into the lid, it's basically like a statue on top of, what the fuck's the word?
Etched.
Yeah,
Coffin?
let's go with that. I had it written down somewhere. Who knows?
Chiseled?
Anyway,
Reliquary.
yeah, chiseled into the surface is kind of like a relief. Yeah, it's like a relief carving.
Hey, there you go.
There it is. On the lids was like like very unique looking seekers on each lid of these sorry, coffins, basically these wraith coffins. Four of them on the end all had different looking halberd weapons, and three closer to the wall looked even more regal. They had different weapons in there as well. And it was with like those revelations plus tinkering with the runes that you've awokened these things. Um, they appear to be some very gnarly looking undead. Out of character, since we're kind of learning and I haven't taken time to completely mask all of the things, they are whites. To you all in character, you just know that there's some creepy looking, crazy fucking undead things you've never seen before, probably. Bear in mind that some of you may or may not be able to tap into some of your skills, spending action points to try to assess things about them. um Obviously there's some limit to that. Like if your character might have a connection to the thing you're trying to learn about them, there's a good chance I'd give you a favorable DC. If it's something that you just wouldn't know, I might tell you that and say fuck off, don't waste your action point. Like your character wouldn't know anything about that. We'll see how it goes, but we're learning things. So we've already rolled initiative. Friendly reminder that you can right click the fist icon near the chat there and pop off the encounter tracker, the combat tracker, if you like. I'm gonna do that
Oh wait, how
over
do I do that?
on.
Oh,
You can just
just
right
right
click on the
click it.
symbol.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so good.
Gimme. Give me that.
And then yeah, you can pop stuff out and do all
Nice.
that
Oh,
if you
I
need
love popping
to.
it.
But we are in the shit and we have already rolled initiative. And just last reminder, Alec has been okay with you all extracting things from this place as long as you have been mindful of the bodies of the corpses that lay entombed here.
Well,
He himself has kind of like indicated like that he's
We're
seeking
about to
things
not be
of his own.
respectful.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
for sure.
we'll see how it goes. So these two whites have just like they pushed the lids off and started rising out from the tombs. Everyone kind of staggers back. Daryl's comfortably close to the door over there with mittens, but the very
Smart.
white
Mhm.
white is already on the prowl, and it's kind of snarling and just kind of looking at the three of you in the corner here. It is immediately just upon Alec.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Alec has his weapon raised, but he hasn't attacked yet. And you notice during this exchange, like the white is like, uncomfortably, like almost mouth to mouth, like kind of trying to like suck the soul out of him, like, but like it senses something and it turns towards the other two.
This is like Ripley
Me?
and
Him?
an Alien.
Me? Him?
Yeah.
Him? Me? Him?
Him?
And it begins to float
Me?
and crawl, like, it's kind of like a mixture of like ethereal at times and then organic, but it seems to take a more organic form and starts like kind of crawling over the coffin, and it does this very slowly but speeds up on the last bit and then reaches a very clawed, gnarled hand and swipe toward
We get hero
uh
points, right?
yeah, everyone should have 1 hero point now at
Cool.
the start of the session.
Just want to make sure I
Please
have that so I can roll
get
my death
familiar with where it's
saves.
Thanks for
located
the reminder.
and left click fill in that bubble. Looks like everyone's got theirs. Daryl, you should only have 1 because the hero points reset every session. There you go.
Aha.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's a good thing to remember, that if you earn an extra hero point, it's like a use it or lose it, session type thing.
I like that you still get 1 every session. That's cool.
Every session you start with 1.
I like that.
All right.
Big
So
help
I would like
sometimes.
actually I'll just do this right here. I'm going to roll a d6. Pitch your 1 to 3. Rhaegar, you're
Oh.
I'm glad I could take it.
So the very white splashes at Rhaegar with a 19.
Right off the one. Oh my god. Plus 12.
It's
What
only
the
plus
fuck?
12. You're fine.
It's only plus 12.
I don't think I have anything. Okay. To stop that.
You take 9 points of damage.
Oh.
But you also feel your life force slipping away as this thing slices into your body. Your very burly, bare chest. Let me zoom in on that real quick. You can feel your life draining. I need you to make a Fortitude saving throw.
Lovely. Fortitude save.
Lovely.
Do I click the okay, and then roll it?
That
What does that equal?
you get 21. You feel your life force begin to drain, and there's something about your connection with the great beyond that allows you to understand what's happening and pull back in time, just as you're feeling this effect take hold, and you suffer no adverse effects from that action.
That's a goddamn
Um,
beauty.
That is 2 action points down. It's going to use its 3rd action point to claw at you again.
That makes sense.
Yeah. With
I would
reduced
too.
multiple attack penalties.
Critical one though. It's a natural one, and I'm
With a
going
nat-
next. Can I
Yeah.
somehow flavor this into mine?
Oh, absolutely. So
I mean, I
this
could natural one too, but
I'd like you to take the narrative reins, if you will.
yeah, I do.
Tapping into that
Yeah.
boneyard lore connection, if you
When,
will.
yeah, no, I'm
And
about ready to roll it.
let me know, like describe
I'm
to us
I'm
like the
trying
exchange
to.
that happens. Go.
Let me tell you. So she slashed my chest. This thing slashed my chest, right?
Yeah.
And as it started to suck from me, it pulled me to this plane. Like my mind went with the tethers, and it was reminiscent. I feel like I want to. I roll. I feel like a connection here. I don't roll it. I use this boneyard lore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what this means for me though. Like choose an additional lore skill subcategory. How does
So, I
this
mean,
help me?
Yeah, so
How do I use that?
mechanically speaking, you can where's the action? Like recall, you can recall knowledge in combat with an action point.
Yep.
I would say that if you're kind of leaning into the lore side of things,
Yeah.
like as this thing pulls you through and takes you to some other place, you understand wholeheartedly what's happening. So you can make a recall knowledge check.
Okay.
I think so. Basically, on your skill, you can
Yep.
roll the boneyard lore
Oh, okay. I
check
see that. Yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Doing it.
And this will be,
Lovely.
we'll call this a free action. So
You know what? I'm gonna miss every attack anyways. I'm gonna use this hero point. Oh god, I went the wrong way. Because I
okay,
want to
roll
know
it again.
more.
Yeah, roll it again.
It's calling me.
All right.
And as I feel like my mind is losing grasp of the feeling, I almost pull the tethers back. I almost go back into, like, let myself go to it to remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll get you there. Let me do this too. All right, there we go. All right, so you walk away. I feel like this should be a private chat. Let me whisper you real quick. Actually, yeah. All right. Let me ping you something super quick.
We put the lid on this thing still. Is that right?
No, we just pulled it off and it came
I
out.
thought we rested it on the top.
Oh, we did.
Remember,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
specifically
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
how we rested this thing. Okay.
That's good enough. So it's kind of a little flavorless, but you should have
Okay,
some
yeah.
info there.
Yep.
You can spin that into some lore, if you will, if you decide to share
Okay.
it. So that was your transition, critical one on their part, free action as a result for you. You still have your full turn now.
Okay, yeah. I say, they're trying to claim us for their army. And that's all, and like maybe you see the soul seep back into me. The glow fades from my chest. And I try to use, gotta find where this is. I try to grapple this using Titan Wrestler.
Okay.
And I want to shove it in to the stone again with my one action.
Okay. So let me just pull up
And I go,
my little cheat sheet
try to
here.
grip it and fucking throw it in there. And as I do it, I say, I'm gonna say Pitch. That's not your name, though. Is it Pitch? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew. Yeah. Pitch the lid. Help! I'm throwing him in.
I'm not very strong.
I'm gonna. Well,
I'll help you.
where are we in line? Oh, we got that. Oh my god, we have so many people between you and me.
Oh, there we go. Athletics. So
At least this guy
grapple. You have to have at least one hand free, which I believe you do.
I have both.
Okay. And so you need to make an athletics check against the target's Fortitude DC.
Oh, I'm scared about that. Athletics check, you say?
That's right.
I see that. Oh yeah, just do here. Athletic skills. There we go. And I mean, it did get natural 1. Should I do anything about that more? And I already got something for it, but
No.
okay,
No.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh yeah. You
Mhm.
grapple the shit out of it. So that is, it's not a critical success, but it is a success, which means your opponent is grabbed until the end of your next turn, unless you move or your opponent escapes. Grabbed is a conditioned, which means they're just held in place, giving them the flat-footed and immobilized conditions. So let's
Well,
see.
there's also a shove, and what I'm
Flat-footed.
trying to do is I'm just trying to put him in the
Oh,
hole that he's
okay.
climbing over. I don't know
Yeah,
which one
yeah,
would be the best.
yeah.
But like I'm trying to jam him in there. But jam wasn't one of the adjectives or the verbs.
I think. Oh, you know, hold on. Sorry, let me go back.
Sorry.
We're learning.
This too.
Shove. Yeah, I mean, I think shove would work. It's the same. It's the same two things. It's the same two
Yeah.
opposing forces. Your athletic check against their fortitude. So you push them back 5 feet, and I think with the critical one, everything involved, you just fucking put him back in the dumpster.
Yep.
That is an action point for you.
Yep.
You still have
And
2 left. That lid is still open.
I'm gonna
I don't know
use
what you.
if I have to use 2 action points, I want to use all of them. I'm gonna yank this lid with these burly half-orc arms that look like full arms.
Okay.
Pull this lid on here.
Give me another athletics check as you attempt to quickly shove this lid back over the scrambling, scratching. Okay. You like grind and push this thing back across. And for all intents and purposes, it is awake, but very much back inside its little tomb here with the lid, and you just hear like the clanking, the pounding sound.
Is
So
there
1 action point.
looking in there? Was there any kind of? Did we see any kind of weapon or anything that?
Yeah, you would have spotted a. Let me see what this one was.
I think it was the halberd or the
One of them was the halberd, which is
Uh,
really cool.
It was a sword and the shield. I think was in the middle, or the something shield in the middle.
So these 3 were the ones that were different. The first 3 were halberds. I don't remember which I said was which. Let's just go alphabetically. So the first one here was a battle axe on the
That's
carving.
right.
This one was a small hand crossbow looking device, and this one was a morning star that you see with your eyes now. So you make that connection again. The lid had the morning star, and inside the tomb was this old ancient looking morning star.
Nice.
All right, Rhaegar, you had 1 action point left.
Yeah.
Jump on the lid.
Yeah. Yeah, I will actually. I will.
You can use a move.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like put my weight on it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on it.
Okay.
How tall is the
All right.
ceiling in here? I don't even know. Really tall?
They're pretty damn tall. I think we said it was like roughly about like 20 to 30 feet. That main
okay.
hall. It's probably a little bit lower here. Let's say 20 feet.
Okay.
You're like Gimli in the Mines of Moria when he jumps out when they're like, they have a cave.
Yeah.
Jumping up here.
All right. So this thing is in there. I'm just gonna put him off to the side somewhere for now. And that is the end of your turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oops. Thank you.
The scraggly looking white is looking right at Pitch.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm sure I'll
moves
be
up
fine.
towards you. It
What?
slashes at you with a 14.
Oh.
I
I thought that was a
imagine you
few.
are able to just.
Yeah, it's more fear that causes it's my cat-like reflexes, if you will.
Nice.
With its last action point, it slashes at you again with some reductions.
Ooh.
And this one is like very much just like real hobbly. But that's it for him. Alec,
Lovely.
looking into the tomb and looking up at you.
I didn't hurt him. I
Help.
didn't hurt him.
Help.
No. The Seekers would not be pleased to see the Ancient Ones, let alone the leaders, risen. We must put them down. And he kind of like fucking vaults over the battle axe
Oh yeah.
carved thing, flanking the scraggly dude. And that's his first action point as he, arguably having to vault over that shit with one hand, spends another action point re-gripping his greatsword above his head, and with his
Brings it
final
down.
third action point, just slashes down behind this thing with a flanking bonus. So +2 circumstance for the flank,
Just
and
like his ancestors.
in the narrow corridor of trying to pull off like the vault, the re-grip, and the slash, you just see sparks arc across the wall above you and the scraggly white, and the white also bouncing and hobbling around makes for an awkward target. He connects with nothing. Daryl, what are you doing?
I
Oh, that
want to
was-
know what that thing is.
Oh yes, you're just kind of like racking your brain.
I'm gonna do a occultism check.
Oh, okay.
Was that
What is
2 action
that?
points?
Oh,
Single
no.
action point for the recall knowledge.
No. For Alec to use
It
his
was
one
because
ability?
he had to get his grip
Oh,
on
I
the
see.
two-handed weapon after
Yeah.
athleticing his way in there. All right, Daryl. You in character do
Yeah.
recognize these things as white. There is you kind of got like, you might not have known this off the top of your head, but from watching from a distance, seeing what was happening with Rhaegar and the creature, it's clear as day to you that these undead guardians in some way drain and siphon life off of their targets with their claw attacks and empower themselves with it in some way.
Oh. I
But
yell out, "Don't let him touch you!"
you've also noticed that for whatever reason, Rhaegar seemed to resist that attack.
Oh.
One action point down, 2 left.
Yeah. If I threw something at them, would they have cover because they're so close to my friends? Like
I
they're right in the
believe
middle of
so.
Patient Alec.
Yeah, so let's just refresh our brains on cover
Probably
a
shouldn't.
little bit. So yeah, being Alec as big as he is, and this thing is hunched over as it is, I feel like let's see what's greater cover. So you can only okay. Let's just talk about cover for 1 second. When you're standing behind an obstacle that could block weapons, guard you against explosions, make you harder to detect, you're behind cover. Standard cover gives you a +2 circumstance bonus to AC, reflex saves against area effects, and stealth checks to hide, sneak, otherwise avoid detection from somebody. Okay, so if you can hide behind the thing, you can you get all that stuff for free. You can increase this to greater cover if you, the character, use the take cover basic action, which is something you all have access to, I think, for an action point,
Oh.
which could increase that bonus for double it from +2 to +4. If cover is especially light, typically when it's provided by a creature, you only get lesser cover, which grants a +1. Okay, so they're saying creature, mobile, organic thing is only a +1 bonus. So in this case, you would get a -1 circumstance penalty.
Oh, to hit it?
Yep. So not too bad.
Okay. Can barely reach it. I'm gonna shoot at it with my sling. I'm gonna sling it. Here you go. Huh. Ah, you fuck.
Yeah, you
Almost rolled up
fire
18.
and miss, and with the
Dang it.
-1 on that as well, you definitely
And then,
miss.
yeah, last one. Nah,
The multiple
dang
attack
it.
penalty. Yep.
Yep.
You fire a couple quick shots, but unfortunately, you just hear rock against rock wall.
Don't
I'm
let
like-
it touch you.
I'm like ducking.
Yeah.
Like rocks
Oh my
flying.
Arcing
God, what the-
spark blades, things are flying everywhere.
I am just a moment of panic. Put my hands together. Electricity begins arcing. and I reach out and I grab it with the shocking grasp.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna make an attack roll, spell attack against this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a melee attack roll. Natural one. Okay. Okay.
my God.
Immediately panic, and I try to run away, and I assume with the natural one, I slip on some rock or something, and I don't
No,
manage to get away.
You slip on probably some of like the fucking bullet pebbles that were just being shot. Like you step on it, like what's the wooden rogues drop a bunch of like fucking ball bearings on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flip on one
caltrops.
of those. Yeah, at least this is what I see in my mind. Let me know if you think it's too much, right? But I feel like between Alec vaulting over, sparking and missing with his sword, almost cutting you in half, this thing shambling towards you, and a bunch of balls bouncing off the wall behind you and rolling towards the back of you, you step and slip on one of those just as this hobbling wight grabs you around the arms. And I won't say you've got like the grappled condition, but it's basically just got like a little bit of a hold on you.
Okay, so can I use my action to break that? I have one more
Yes.
action point.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Because
you
aren't they super empowered? Man, that's a real brutal one.
may. Yeah. So you may, what you can do is you can spend an action point to, I believe it's like step,
Actually,
which is
is
yeah.
it too late? It's probably too late.
No.
You already said it. Never mind.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
A hero point, but
Huh?
it's if it's too
I
late
would
though.
no. I'll let you, yeah. You can do the hero point.
All right, I'm gonna hero point that one
It's not a hero point for nothing.
because that was real bad. That's gonna kill
So
me.
I think for my sake, all of that happened.
Yeah,
This thing has
and
currently got like a frail, ancient, hobbly white grip on you.
I
You
I
dig deep.
turn it back and I grab he's got my wrist and I grab his wrist and I anyways.
That's how you use a hero point. There you
Yeah.
go. All right,
All right.
let's see.
All right, let's
All
try
right.
this again.
Yeah, how it connects. You turn. You basically turn his grip on you around, and I would like to you just grab his forearms and just unleash, like just see arcing,
It's a moment
shit
of
traveling.
panic.
Holy shit. It takes
All the
full
damage.
damage.
Amazing. And in that moment of panic, I want to also jump and vault over this thing and land up over here with my last
Okay.
action point, and then I'm done.
You do that just as you hear a loud bang and see Rhaegar standing on top of this lid. That's the end of round 1. As the very white underneath Rhaegar struggles to free itself. And on that, just give me 1 minute to get some water.
Dude, snipe. That was a sweet 180.
Oh. Haha.
You know, this is the second time I've used my hero point as the very first thing that I do,
Oh my gosh.
and I support this message.
I think Casey gave you his rolls.
Dude, I think I give everybody else my rolls.
I know you were the only
Yeah.
one that succeeded that round. All of us failed.
Sorry, guys.
What are whites
This is not
resistant
fun.
to? Are these the ones that are like they need fire? I don't know.
You guys have this.
They
I
need
mean,
hammer.
in character, you have never seen these before.
Yeah, I've heard about it and just know that they can drain your life, but that's it.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
player, I'm like, there's one of these are like real sensitive to fire, and I always forget which one it is. It's like ghouls or whites or wraiths or it's one of those.
Boy, so this is interesting. Trying to think about how this thing would try to get out. I mean, it would really just
Me
be
too.
an athletics check, but
I'm also on
I
top
feel
of
like
it.
I feel like it kind of works in the sense that what's your fortitude DC? Is it just 10 plus your bonus?
I guess how heavy is the lid?
Right, because it's kind of like, I feel like it would be maybe the white's athletics check plus like circumstance penalty, making the DC harder because of the lid weight
Lid weight and Rhaegar.
plus him spreading. Exactly, yeah. DC. The fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
Yes,
know
I
that
do.
sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, it is 10 plus there, whatever. That's what I thought. Okay.
Kind of sounds like it's just talking to you happily, you know.
It is.
So, I like this as a comparable still. So like this thing trying to get out, Rhaegar, is going to make an athletics check against
Okay.
your fortitude DC
Okay,
plus 5, which is a circumstance I'm throwing on there for you being weighted on top.
okay. Good. So,
So
just
it's
plus
got to
5.
beat it's got to beat you plus 5. So that it's got to beat a 21 athletics check. It's got to greater or equal to a 21. So,
I guess so.
and I feel like it's every successive try, similar to like a multiple attack penalty, it's going to get a little bit exhausted. So there's going to be it's going to scale if it uses every action point. So here it goes. You can feel it struggling and pushing. It's got to be a
It's welling
21.
up.
You feel it like shift, and then it sinks back down sharply. And then you feel it begin to push again. It's got to beat a 21. I'm putting a -5 circumstance penalty on there for getting tired. It pushes even less, and it's going to try one more time.
Very white.
Oh,
It stays contained for now, and it's your turn.
That's great news. Well, from the top rope here, I tighten. Or I'm on my way so I can get to my thing. I do it again from the top rope, Titan wrestler. Like I'm feeling feral now against this undead, and I jump on him to grapple him. Oops.
Okay.
And crash into him.
So
that is.
So like, are you doing like a legit like jump action, or you just want to?
However it needs to be played, but I want to jump into him and like grapple him.
Are you giving him the people's elbow?
I'm gonna try and put it against this wall. I'm gonna use my weight to slam this pile of bones into this wall. I'm just gonna crash into him.
I would say the jump off. We don't need to roll or do anything for that, but we'll consider that just like an action point to like leap. It's not like a long jump or a high jump, which is like a double action point, leap a gap kind of bullshit. This is you just jumping off the fucking high rope, leaping onto this guy, and since you're technically flanking him, you get like the WWE fucking bonus of +2 for flanking him. And so you're going for a grapple or like a shove?
I'm going for a grapple, but
Okay.
in flavor, I'm like throwing him against the wall. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So the other thing too is when I'm in the air, if there's like any old metal around me that's glistening, I want it to look like camera bulbs. Like if you guys are watching, that's what it looks like.
Yes.
All right. Give me that athletics check with a +2 bonus.
Shoot, I forgot to do the modifier again. +2. Okay. +2.
Yeah, it
Add.
depends on everyone's got it's localized to your own settings, but you can turn off the quick rolls. If it's off, you'll get the pop-up every time that gives you like the entries for the bonuses. If it's
Love it,
not
yeah.
off, you can shift click your rolls and it will make it pop up.
Should
Mm.
do it, right?
19.
Wow.
You jump off and this thing is still like convulsing from the zap, and like you grab it and you get like a little jolt, residual jolt, and unfortunately you're not able to keep your grip on it. You felt like you had it and you kind of like get zapped a little bit and lose your grip. That's 2 action points down.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take my fists, and I'm just gonna bring a haymaker.
Okay.
Right haymaker here. Do I need to right click?
So you are still flanking and still get. No, you don't need. We're just doing it manual for now. I don't really like the targeting quite yet. But you do still get the +2 bonus for flanking.
Okay. Okay. Call it,
And it looks like, as far as I can tell, grapple and shove don't count against your multiple attack penalty status, so it should just be a normal to hit bonus.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Ooh. Yep.
Back. Found it.
Yep. Still kind of reeling from the jolt. You do not connect. The scraggly white.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Interesting. I don't know who we would attack in this case. You're still the 4 to 6 range, and it's you.
Makes sense. It should be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I just top roped him, but he's grappled, so that's good.
you have his attention.
He connects with his claw. Doing max damage.
Oh.
Whew. I need you to make a Fortitude saving throw.
Doing it. Does he have I don't remember. I'm looking at what this is. Does he have any disadvantages while grappled?
So that's what. If it didn't come through with the flavor description, you grappled him.
Oh, that's right.
Lost
That's right.
the
Yeah,
grapple.
less electricity. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go.
There we go.
The horns.
Holy shit. Yep.
You're
Now
dead.
There's one more good. There's one more good piece of information here. There's one more good thing.
So
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
There is something else I have that it's one of my skills. It might have to come into place here. Oh fuck.
I believe.
Where is it?
Dig deep. You can find it.
Fiddy, I have something that things that would normally take me. Oh, orc ferocity. That's what it's called. Here, let me see.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't trigger yet though.
Okay.
Let me just
thought it
double
was
check
going
it.
to.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna murder
it could.
me.
Yeah. You can be mindful of it. That's for sure. Okay. So let me just double check. Okay. You feel your life force draining from you. You gain the drained condition. You are
Sounds
currently
lovely.
drained 1.
Drained it.
When a creature successfully drains you of blood or life force, you become less healthy. Drained always includes a value. Right now it's 1.
Shit.
Any constitution-based checks, like Fortitude saves, basically have a -1 penalty from the drain.
Sweet.
You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drain value. So right now that's 1 times 1. And your max HP is reduced by the same amount.
Wait, forever? Or just when you have that?
So okay, the drained effect automatically did that already. So your HP went from a max of 28 to 26. When you recover from the drain condition, you would get that max HP back. So you were currently out of 6 out of 28 hit points. Now you're at 6 out of 26.
Awesome.
And just because we're learning, you can see in chat there on the drain life ability, further damage dealt by the wraith increases the amount of drain 1 on another failed save to a maximum of drain 4.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Blah blah blah. Dying, I know.
Dang.
The white tries to claw at you again. And thank fucking Christ, barely misses. Just barely. And with its final action, it gives you one more go and misses. Alec, flanking the creature, now with both hands gripped on his blade, swings the great sword with a +2 flanking bonus. Manages to connect. Okay, what is this thing? 12 points of
Nice.
damage. The white is almost cut down, but not yet. And Alec swings again with penalty. Still flanking though. And just manages to connect.
Ooh.
Take
He rolls
this
high.
thing down to no health, but as
Thank
the
you.
life leaves it, you see with one final gasp, this thing turns and just slashes at Alec's face as a reaction.
Ooh.
Reactions do not go against or use the multiple attack penalty. It definitely connects. Alec take 9 points of damage and must make a Fortitude saving throw. And he is very much drained as well.
VPN still.
And with that, the white that has been released
Oh my god, bad.
dropped lifeless.
Is there a body, or does it like just turn into mists and like spiritual energy?
There is a body.
Gross.
Alec, not feeling great. Staggers back a moment. Does he have a healing potion? I don't think he does.
Are we out of combat then? For now? Or is this other guy here?
No, you are not out of combat.
Oh.
Agger,
So cat red. I wasn't sure.
Alec staggers backwards for a moment.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
He looks over to Daryl and then over to Rhaegar and kind of says, "I'm okay." And you see him. I guess he kind of like delicately moves the body like against the wall with his foot and like re-grips his sword and just stands looking at the rocking, noisy tomb in front of him, preparing himself. Daryl, what are you doing?
No. I rush up on 4 of 10, 15, 20, and get all the way here, and I pass Alec and Rhaegar 2 elixir of life potion. Well, like 1 each elixir of life.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I got these on my bandolier, so it's just like giving them both 1.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd say, maybe we can just call that one action point to hand
It's like a
this off.
cost.
Okay.
Got it.
And then the move action. So you've got 1 point left,
Oh, well then I will
I think. Does that sound right?
make. Sure. I was gonna like 1 action point to hand 1 to each person, but
Well,
yeah,
I
if you
thought
want to give
about
me another
that.
one,
I wasn't sure.
yeah,
Let's
I'll
say,
take
I
it or
mean,
leave it. It's
they're
okay.
both right. They're both right next to each other, and it's in the bandolier.
Okay.
Let's just call that 1 action point.
Yeah. Well, then I will use my last action point to make another
Quick alchemy.
healing potion. Yeah.
Okay, and you're tracking your infused reagents.
Yeah.
right?
How many I get? Yeah, I get
Right, 'cause,
3
we're
of
still
these.
we're still in the
One-offs.
same day that we left off last time on. So,
Yep.
all right. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You start. What do you like? Kind of like grinding some shit up. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm using that stuff we cooked earlier. The leftover. What was
Tropical
it?
bird.
Yeah, tropical bird. Well,
Yeah.
these parts are still good.
All right. Pitch. All of that is in view of you across the aisle. What are you
Yes.
doing?
Talk to me about readying an action. Is that a thing that I can do? Can I?
Yep. You sure can.
I can.
I
Can I prep a
believe.
spell?
Let's see.
Fiddy, how do I
Where the
post that?
hell? Where
Sorry.
the hell is it? Post what? If you
The
think if you just click
potion,
like
just
the
so.
icon.
Oh, the icon. There it is. Sweet. All right. See, each of these.
So
You each have one of these, right?
there you go. So there's ready. There's also delay, which is a
Nice.
free action. Both do different things. So have a look at that as I remind you that there is still a lot of active clawing, lifting, struggling noises from this tomb here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just activate it. I'll just do a trigger.
Okay, the ready trigger. What's the
Yeah.
trigger going to be?
The ready trigger is as soon as I see that thing pop out, I'm casting magic missile at its face, hoping that as it lifts up, I hit it and it like the weight of it like falls and crushes it back down, like the weight of the lid. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the attack type that you were doing for that?
Magic missile, casting a
Magic
spell.
missile. Okay. Yep, that sounds good. And I've double checked. Ready is not. It doesn't disappear at the end of the round. It's you get the window between the end of your turn and before the start of your next turn.
Cool.
Cool. All right, so you've got that in the bank, and we go into the next round, round 3. Now with less DC, you hear the very white struggling against the lid, and the lid alone, and it rises up, glorious. And like you just hear like the lid is kind of like sliding and pushing, and it's like
Oh,
sort
it's
of
sliding. Okay.
rising up above. So it doesn't fully push the lid off. Or, maybe it would.
I mean, with
Yeah.
the 26, do you think it would like lift it up, or do
No,
you think it
yeah.
would slide it
No,
off?
with a 26, that he's pressing it and rising up.
Okay, then I want to hit him, and if you can help me determine either a damage threshold or I don't know something to some kind of check that he upon damage if it influences whether that lid falls back down on him as he gets hit with things.
What's max damage if you? It's a D4 per missile.
Yes, I'm firing
Okay,
all 3 at him.
Okay. I would say if you get into a 7 to 9 total damage range, it would be
Okay.
enough to just obliterate his frail form. That like, especially because you can like magic missile doesn't fucking miss, right? You can
Yeah.
literally target his wrist
That's what I'm
where
aiming
like his
for.
bones are connecting
Ooh.
with the hands, and like literally just target, like laser focus on that shit. So if you get into a
Oh my
7
god.
plus damage range, you'll
Okay.
break that shit enough.
So
That's 2. 6.
Damn it.
Yeah. So 8
Yes.
damage.
Oh, well, 8 damage. You said 7 to 9.
8 damage. I was talking about the
But
D4s
I get it.
though.
I get a +1, so that's why.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's fine. I would
I
say
feel like it was 7 to 9 on the D4 total, which is
yeah,
unfortunately only 5.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so you see like you chip and break bits of bone around the arm, but frail as they might be looking right now, it's not enough damage to break the connection. But it still takes all of that damage. So let's see, that's the 1, the 4, and the 2. Oh, the 2, the 4, 2.
We're gonna have one
Okay.
session, guys, where we're gonna roll all high numbers, and it's
All
gonna be
20s.
incredible. But the best part of it
I
is
won't
that
even be able to get mad about it because
the
it'll be
high
long time coming.
numbers will actually be like super negatives for that one session. For
Yes.
some reason, it'd be like, whatever you do, don't roll the high ones, and then
Yeah,
that's when we roll all of them.
we're in upside down land, where the plane of opposites. All right, so this thing spends its athletics 1 point, raising up with this thing.
Ugh.
Just being hit, well, and face to face with pitch. It is going to try to hurl the lid at you.
Cool. Better than getting touched by it, I guess, unless it crushes my body.
This is improvised weapon, so it's going to be a bit of a penalty. I'm just using its melee claw attack just to get a roll out there. So I'm going to give him a -4. It's still a 22.
Cool.
Yeah, you
It definitely hits me.
You
Oh,
take
Max.
6 points of damage. Like just you get clipped by this huge stone lid. And it dropped, and like a corner of it cracks and breaks down on the ground next to you, creating like a small debris thing as it clanks down the ground. Unfortunately, it doesn't land on your foot. It spends its last action crawling out of its
Uh-oh.
tomb and getting up next to you, and that's it for him.
Alec!
Rhaegar, feeling a little more drained than usual. What are you doing?
First thing I'm going to do is let's see, what do I need? Hold on. I can't remember what I need for this. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I forgot to look at my inventory.
Alright.
Say something in Druidic.
Do I recognize it? I'm not gonna let this go. I just want you to know. I will not let this go.
And I grab some some mistletoe in my hands, and it disintegrates as I rub it between my fingers. And I use, where's my skills? A heal. And I use 3 actions on it.
Oh,
So it's
shit.
3 actions. And what this does is it disperses positive energy in a 30-foot range. I'll put it here.
Holy shit.
And all targets, living and undead creatures in it affects all targets living and undead in the burst.
Wow. So that means every creature in a 30-foot range that gets the positive energy gets healed for 1d8 plus the things. And then this creature, who is very white but also very undead, gets dealt 1d8 damage instead of healing.
Okay.
So, I think you're doing the healing. So, who are you healing first?
I'm gonna go. Let's start left to right like a book. Daryl.
All right, so hit the healing.
Actually,
hit
you
the
know what?
healing
Wait, hold
button.
on. It actually emanates from me, so it goes to Alec first.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you hit the healing button in chat. Just curious.
Actually,
I think It should
Maybe it's
roll
me
it.
first. Me first, and because it's coming from me. If I'm thinking
Oh
about
yeah,
that,
okay. All right, so
So it's
you
me.
get that.
and then
Boom.
Alec gets next.
Mm-hmm. So if you hit the healing button again.
Okay, fuck Alec. Yeah, who nobody cares.
Fuck Alec. All right. 2 hit points.
Daryl's next. Oops.
Hey.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, I
Big-
get
big
5
money.
HP back. Nice.
Big money. This is it. This is your chance.
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
I'll take
Okay.
a 5.
Another
I'll take a
fiver.
5.
All
And
right.
then
And now
last
the
one
white.
is the white. Which healing.
Big.
Okay. Something.
So 3. Okay. So I just want to see, make sure there's nothing else here. Immunity.
It's just this pulse emanates from me, and you
Cool. All
feel
right.
the positivity in the room
He
change.
takes 3 points of damage from the blast.
That's it.
I think that's it, right?
Yep.
It gets a basic fortitude save. Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh, the number of actions you spend. Okay, so a basic fortitude save. Hold on.
Please hold.
Hold, please.
I remember reading about this, but I couldn't remember what the formula was for basic saving throws. Sometimes you'll be called to make a basic saving throw. Works like any other saving throw, but the basic part refers to the effect. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be against your spell DC, which I think is 17. Yes.
Yep.
Fortitude saving throw.
Oh yeah. He
16.
still takes
It
the 3.
fails, so it still fail and takes the full damage. If it had critically failed for whatever reason on that basic save, you would have done double damage to it.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
So just like how you guys have to do shit and you have like degrees of success,
Oh.
there's stuff like that for failing like saves too, but also for you.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. All right, so that's it for you, yeah?
Yeah, it was great. I hit end turn. I'm on it this
Okay,
time.
cool.
For the first time. The first time
I
in
can remove that.
forever.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Alec is up. He tries to stride past you. It's a little bit tight, but he gets there, and he flanks the white. Using his great sword, he swipes him.
Yeah,
That's
you do.
actually a +2 for 31.
Oh my god.
Which is a critical hit. Even
it's
though
just
it's not
more
a
than
natural
10?
20. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that we have to remember, right? A natural 20 isn't always a crit, but if you got like a 20 plus a bunch of stuff and like got a 30, no matter what, your degree of success would go up 1. So if for whatever reason a 30 wasn't even a crit against that AC, with a natural 20, it levels up to the next thing. Same with a natural 1, you go down a status rating. So you could go from a success to a fail or a fail to a critical. But Alec very much crit on his opening swing here. Wrong token. And critical damage.
You freaking... Does he get hero points?
That is... But also, that's also not a critical. That should be double dice.
How do you
So
want
I'm
to?
gonna
How do
roll.
you like to do critical? Do you want to? Do you roll 2 dice or do you double that?
I set the thing in Foundry to do double the dice pool. I like
Okay.
that better than just doubling the damage.
I do too. Even though I
More
hate that
dice.
it's a variable, it's just more fun to roll.
Yeah. So that's 16 damage to this thing.
Does he get any? Does he get that +4 on the second hit too, or
Oh, it's badly
is
injured.
it? No, it's both dice numbers and then the +4.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just added
yeah.
a second D12 to
Yeah.
Yeah, double the dice numbers, the pluses get added on the end. He's going to use his last action point to do a swing at multiple penalty. Oh, and he just barely connects again.
I feel like
normal damage.
one of us
Gonna take care
should respec our entire class to Alec.
Just Alec.
Just
The white is very near death, but still
I'm
alive.
trying to go beefy. It just is going to take me some time.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair.
Gotta pack on those calories.
Yeah.
Daryl.
Devil.
Daryl's gonna throw.
Get him,
Oh, it's near death. Sling.
him, Daryl.
Shoot him.
No, Daryl.
You miss.
Shoot him
You
again.
missed,
I
Daryl.
miss. I shoot him again. Oh,
Ooh, you just barely hit. Just
yes. Take it right between the eyes.
barely. The white lets out a. You can hear like the life force leaving it, and as it leaves, it makes a final swipe at Alec
Oh no.
as a reaction,
Oh. Oh,
and
that's
it
close.
connects,
Oh shit.
doing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And Alec, near death, feels his life force weakening. Rolls a Fortitude saving throw, and makes the save. Resists as the white drop dead. You see a column of runes go dark.
Hmm.
The leftmost column. There are still 2 other columns of runes that flicker with illumination since being activated. The room otherwise goes quiet.
Which were the 2 sarcophagus that they came out of? The one was the Morning Star one, and what was the other one?
This one, I believe it was the 2 on the end.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was 1 and 1 or if it was the 2 on the end. I know it was the one on the end. I'll roll a d6. 1d3 is the first one on the screen left. 4 to 6. It's always 4 to 6 tonight. It was these 2. The lid being off, the one between, well, in front of Rhaegar.
Yeah.
You clearly see that old, like dusty, cobwebbed, but ornate-looking Morning Star sitting in there without a wielder body underneath of it now.
I hold it
sorry.
up for everybody to see. I pull it out and I hold it for everybody to see. What's this?
Is Alec dying right now?
What is that?
Is he dead?
Alec is not looking great. He says, I feel a bit weakened, but
Rhaegar, what is that?
I'm
It's
okay.
a morning star.
He leans forward on the open edge
Oh.
of the tomb.
Oh, we're not out of combat?
You are out of combat, yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
End combat.
I was trying not to panic.
Rhaegar's playing around a Morning Star.
Rhaegar, you can clearly feel a strength and energy, some magical force from inside this weapon. You can feel it pulsing in your hands a bit.
Oh yeah, can I do a little check on this?
I'm gonna detect magic while you're doing that, even though I
Okay,
think
yeah.
you can do that too. I kind of like
No.
put
Do
my
it.
hands,
Yeah.
and they form these like symbols, and
I
What
want to
was?
just feel if I feel anything a connection this way.
Okay.
Feel that near death experience, the life being sucked out of me, and I try to recreate it in my mind just to see if I can feel it within this weapon.
You feel a strong bond in the weapon in the sense that, like, in
it's
the
been
way
asleep.
that in a way that you believe certain possessions sometimes carry like in an imprint of their former owner. Like you can feel the imprint of this creature that you just fought, this former seeker, and you know that this was like their chosen weapon. uh and while you're doing that, like you see Pitch like kind of churning and conjuring, and like the weapon begins to glow with like a bit of an aura that seems to be in tune with like the magic coming out of Pitch right now. And this thing is like pinging all over the place, and clearly the source of the faint residue you were picking up when you were in the other room.
That is quite a magical object there. Is that the only thing that's pinging in this room? Is there anything else that's pinging in any of the
Every other tomb is
is
pinging
also
a little more faintly.
okay? Since the one, I mean, I assume the lid is off of both of them Because otherwise,
The other
width-
one's ajar, like slid, but still kind of like just
Okay.
at an angle.
All right.
And in that one also with no owner is an uncocked small hand crossbow.
Oh, this is interesting. I hold it up and look between me and Daryl. I'm like, what do you think this? I mean, is this
Oh, it's
something
a
you would
crossbow.
use? This might be
Oh.
something I would use, but it may be something you would use as well. Kind of like.
I don't know if I could use it. Do I know how to use that?
Is there any
I'm
kind of
not
like
sure.
proficiency that I doubt that if I have to have a certain proficiency, it's definitely not me.
Hand
don't know.
crossbows are simple weapons, so if you are trained
Oh.
in simple weapons on your skill, then
Oh,
that
yep.
is usable by you.
I think isn't
Okay.
everybody trained in simple weapons?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Alright.
I mean, you could use it. I could use it. We should keep it though. Yeah.
Yeah, we should keep it for sure. Question is, who wants to use it? I mean, I've got a hand crossbow here, and I like pull out my own.
What? Has it got any bolts?
I look inside the thing to see if I can see any bolts.
Does it have any magics?
You see a very
Oh.
nice stitched leather like ammo pouch
Oh,
with straps and buckles. And stitched on it, it's a little bit dusty, but you see that same semicircular symbol with like piercing lines going all around the exterior, punching
Oh.
through to the interior.
I did find this. I did. Hold on. I did find. Yeah, here. Here. I found this, and I held it
Oh.
up. I'm holding both of them. Like, I mean, what should we do? Do you want to roll for it, or
I do and then I detect magic on it.
Okay. Well, similar to everybody else, not the pouch, but the crossbow is glowing with a magical aura, and you also pick up the faint, slightly obscured magical pings in the 4 other tombs as well.
I hold my hands out. Yeah, I'll take that. Sounds
all
good.
right? Yeah, here you go. I hand it to him.
Thank you.
And you said the 3 on the left are, what did you say they were? Halberds?
Yeah.
These 3 on the end are halberds. The one right here looks to
Morning
be like
Star.
a single-bladed axe.
Oh.
Oh.
So wait,
Battle.
axe, morning star, and then crossbow.
Axe, crossbow, morning star.
Morning star.
Which is
And Rhaegar
currently
picked up the
in
morning star.
Rhaegar's
I have
hands,
a
yeah.
morning star in
Yeah.
my hand. Do you
Yeah.
this, Daryl? Like,
I have a battle axe. I like battle axes.
Oh.
okay.
Well,
You keep that. It's magical though.
My fists have been the best weapon so far.
But
Wait.
that morning star might be better than your fist. I'm just saying.
So, Daryl, if you have an axe, do you want me to take that and we get you this axe right here? And I point at the thing,
Oh, this dead axe.
the one that's and I look, I point
Oh,
over at
sure.
the runes on the side, over on the wall over there, and I'm like, I think we might have to fight more of them though. And I look over at Alec, who's like leaning against the wall and like, no guys, it's okay.
Oh yeah. I go over to Alec and I give him that healing potion that I made. So this is a D8.
Okay. So he'll roll a d8 since he's drinking the thing, I think.
We might need to rest before we fight any more of those.
Wait, so if I take this axe, we'll fight more of them?
Alec gets 5 hit points
think
back.
so.
You gave 2 elixirs out earlier too, right?
Yeah. Did you
One-
each?
Was that also Alec, or who was that too?
It
It was Alex and Rhaegar. Alec and
Oh, so
Rhaegar.
Alec drinks that one as well.
It's a D6.
Okay, that one's a d6.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhaegar, yeah.
And Rhaegar. And that D6, it comes also with what the hell? Like you have like extra fortitude against diseases and stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay. +1 saving throw against disease and poisons. Ah, that would have been good if he had drank that before he got diseased.
I feel drained.
Okay, well, he
So-
gets 10 hit points back from both of those, though.
Nice. Okay, then I go back over here and I go to reach for the axe.
Okay.
Rhaegar, are you drinking your elixir as well, or are you holding on to it?
Yeah. Which one is it? I don't have it in my.
Is it the elixir of life or the healing potion? What was the one that you gave out earlier in combat, Daryl?
That was the D6.
Okay,
The-
so you see in chat there, Casey, the use potion,
I got the wrong tab.
elixir of
Yep.
life.
Elixir
minor?
of life, very bottom
you can
one.
click,
Yeah.
You can click that to drink it.
Wait, hold on before you grab the axe because it's in the crate. I'm like, hold on.
That's about right.
And I want to look, Fiddy, at the runes
here you-
again.
Boom. Okay.
I look at the
Alright,
runes
Mm.
and I
Yeah,
study the thing that was like I'm trying to make the connection between
Okay.
anything that was inside the sarcophagus, anything that like to see if I see any kind of pattern or correlation between.
Yes. Make an Arcana check for me, please.
Yes. All right, I can do that. Arcana. Don't you fuck me.
Okay. Hold on, please. Loading description.
Fuck you, dude.
You see in front of you, like you kind of have to study it for a while because lights flicker on and off, and like your vision on it fades. But you eventually make out kind of like where runes were and have kind of winked out permanently, you think, and where some are still flickering. There are 3 columns. In the first column, all of the runes have winked out of existence. And there were 3. In the second column, there were 5 runes. Also, all of them have winked out of existence. In the third column, there are 3 out of 3 flickering runes on that end as well.
So 2 columns don't have any runes lit up
That's
right
correct.
now.
Yeah.
I've called Daryl over because he's like our subtle like genius. And I'm like,
Maybe.
so I've got a question here. Do you think that these
Uh-huh.
columns, 3 columns, 6 tombs here,
I have no idea.
but if I theorized, if there are 3
Oh yeah,
columns
theory
and
crafting.
there's
Yes.
six total columns, and you could maybe
3
say that
minus
each
6
column
is
represents
-3.
2 per column. So maybe because the far left is out and the center is out, that the battle axe is actually, if it's not lit up, then maybe we can just grab it.
Oh, okay. Then I go over and grab it.
Okay, but and I'm like, everybody
Make an
get
athletics
ready!
check.
Everybody get ready!
Oh, an
Hold on.
athletics check.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm gonna stand up on this thing. I want to ready
Oh
it on
yeah.
the turn.
Are you like
Junior
you could
Darrow.
you get a good grip on this thing? Are you just
Oh,
like
yeah.
lifting and tossing it, or are you just shoving the lid
Oh.
in a more sliding, grinding
prepping
sort of
shit.
way?
Oh,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
are
no,
we getting
lift
ready
and
to fight?
toss because there's
Okay,
nothing
hold on,
behind it.
hold on.
Yeah,
I
there's nothing behind it.
I
So
think
you just literally push this thing off at an angle and just boom, and like it slowly slides end over end, and you look inside and you see like this old figure, no armor on, like wrapped in like crimson and black garments. And you see in both of its like gnarled mummified hands this ancient looking battle axe.
I like battle axes. I take that battle axe.
So you're just kind of like grabbing and pulling it, trying to pull it free.
Yeah, and if it's you said it's wrapped in Skeleton's
It's
fingers.
it's like resting in between, yeah, like underneath its hands in like a slightly gripped pose.
Daryl,
I
do
like
you
to
want to?
I like unpeel the fingers one at a time.
Do you want to Indiana Jones this?
What's that? Oh,
The old swap.
yes. I
It
try
worked
to
really
unpeel
well
the
for him.
fingers so that way I can get to that place. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my axe, and then its axe, and I'm gonna like pull it and put my axe down in its spot at the same time.
And I use Mage
Okay.
Hand to close the fingers.
All right.
I'm
So
not standing
you're-
close enough. I'm standing over,
Definitely.
like
I
on
feel like this
top
is like
of
a
it.
DC 30. Like this is impossible.
Okay, so
It's
you-
like gripped. How do you like pull an axe out and then stick the axe into the grip and then like try to tighten the thing?
I mean, for all intents and purposes, stealth is giving me the source stats that I'm looking for. You know, it's like a dexterous kind of action. You know,
Well, I've got a
real
thievery check.
Yeah, thievery check works. So I want
I'm
you to make
helping.
a thievery check, and Pitch, you're helping. Make an Arcana check as you
Hey.
just try to manipulate and control your mage hand.
I really need to be better at Arcana.
Okay. So you you kind of do it. It seems to work. You're not sure if like you were skillful enough, or if maybe this thing's just not awake. But either way, you see the mage hand. Like, is the mage hand peeling the fingers or
It's
switching the axe?
it's like closing as he does the switch. I close the fingers back around the new axe that's put in place, kind of thing.
Who's peeling the fingers out in the first place? Is that the mage hand or is that Daryl?
Daryl, I can go either way.
I peeled it.
Okay.
I feel like you do it.
And
That makes sense.
you peel one hand, and I peel the other with the mage hand.
Okay.
It gives a little resistance, but you just kind of slowly like
Yeah.
unpick
Mhm.
it and like one after
Maybe
the
they're
other.
broken.
Yeah, and then like they kind of hold there frailly
this.
for a moment,
Oh
and then you
wow.
see the mage hand like gnarl them back around on the thing. And you pull the new axe out, leave your old one in the grip. The grip's not as perfect as it was. It's not 1-to-1, but it looks close enough. There's like bated breath for like just like a pregnant
Nice.
moment in the air, but there's no sound or reaction.
Okay. Oh. All right. It's my new X now, and I examine it.
There's
gonna-
I can't identify it.
I'm gonna take that
strong
hand crossbow
magical
from you.
feel coming out of
Ooh.
it as you grip it. So
It
identify
feels
magic
magical.
in 2E. Says using the skill related to the appropriate tradition, blah blah blah. Identify magic. It's a concentration during exploration. Once you discover an item, location, or ongoing effect that is magical, you can spend 10 minutes to try to identify the particulars of its magic.
Oh
If you're interrupted,
wow.
you got to start over. The GM sets the DC for the check. Cursed or esoteric subjects usually have higher DCs. Might be impossible to identify.
Cursed.
Heightening a spell doesn't increase the DC to identify it. So there's like a degree of success table, like lots of things. I think it's under your exploration actions. So identify.
Okay, it is. Yeah.
There's the different successes. All right.
Wow.
So if you decide to take 10 minutes to do that, you can definitely do that. And I will tell
Well,
you
I
to
can
make a
do
skill
this
check.
later, but
Or we could just all of us take 10 minutes, and all of us could try to identify all of these cool items together
sure.
collectively.
Let's do it.
All right.
What kind of check is this?
Can I have that hand crossbow? Is that cool? Or are you gonna dual wield
that
hand
was mine.
crossbow with axe?
I'm just kidding. It's yours.
Oh, thanks.
I'm trained with the axe.
All right. Well, let's start with pitch. I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but I feel like it's an Arcana check for you to try to glean more out of this thing. And it's magical. You know that for sure.
Can you still use unidentified weapons?
Yeah. You can. You
All
just don't know what it does. Daryl, you are able to discern a bit more. 1 second. Okay. You believe that you have a +1 battle axe in your grip.
Ew.
It's also, you can kind of tell by the design, and after studying it a bit longer, it's it's like an ancient design, kind of like Alex Dagram's ornamental armor. Like this thing was built in a time when there was craftsmanship. Like it's beautiful above and beyond what like a normal +1 battle
Ooh.
axe might be. So in terms of value, it's certainly worth more than just a typical +1 battle axe. But in terms of effect, as far as you can tell, it's pretty much the same.
But
And I
it's a
mean,
+1, right? So it.
yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look into the item. You can see if you can find a +1 if there's like a thing for it. I'll have to take a look though. Rhaegar, are you checking anything out?
No, I'm feeling absolutely drained. And when I started lifting the lid, I was like, oh, we're doing this, and I drank which I only got myself back from.
Okay. You got a little
So,
robo though, but I followed
yeah,
enough.
that's all.
Stop all the
Trying to
downloading.
it.
All right.
Cox.
Alec.
Cox.
Alec is yeah, not feeling great. What is the treat wounds check? I feel like he should have it. And could try it on himself. So you guys have treat wounds, or is it first aid?
I have
treat wounds. There it is. Oh, he doesn't have a healer's tool, so he can't. He cannot do that.
I can help. I have healer's tools though. Can heal
Okay, yeah.
you?
Well, during this 10 minutes, do you want to? Because basically, you can administer treat wounds on multiple targets, but each target can only
I
be
mean,
tended to once.
I don't know if anybody would want to come to me. Is kind of why I wasn't offering,
Yeah.
because my past treats
Well,
were
Hmm.
trying to heal.
it's up to
But I heal
you.
myself.
Alex sees everyone distracted and kind of like hobbles over to you when he sees you working on yourself, and he says, "I'm not so skilled with those tools. Could you try to patch me up? I'm not feeling
Yes,
great."
it's orcish medicine. If you have strong legs,
Orcish.
you'll be fine.
Oh my gosh.
My
Okay.
stomach. I can't even speak. Stomach strong.
Oh, strong stomach. Here. Give that to him.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna refresh my brain. Treat wounds. So flat DC 15, yeah. So that's a normal success. I would like you, the healer, to roll 1d8, please. Oh no, 2d8. And it removes wounded. Holy shit.
Two?
Oh,
Okay.
he's not wounded though. He's weakened. That's right. Yeah, 2d8.
Okay. Me.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
almost made
Hey.
8. And then
You doing yourself too?
yeah,
So that's
I finished myself up.
another. Yeah. So DC check. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is a normal success for another 2d8.
Thank you much.
That's
It's the
it.
orcish medicine.
Saved the good stuff for yourself. You are full health, my friend, at your reduced hit points of 26 instead of 28.
Yeah.
All right. So your little breather passes. It's been about 10 minutes. Pretty quiet. Occasionally, one of you probably all at some point or another like feel like you kind of hear some distant, like very subtle sounds, but you're not sure if it's just like the wind moving through this place or what.
Did you hear that?
Hmm. Well, I mean, do you want to get these other weapons so we could sell them?
I mean, how about this? Because of that diagram, I think we could lift this one right here
Okay.
without incurring the wrath of these other things.
Oh.
But I think if
Because
we
you
lift
did meth.
Well, I'm not good at whatever math is. I'm just guessing.
Right. Well, I trust you, so
Well, I don't
I put
know
my
that you
hands on the
should.
lid
And
and
I'm gonna
go
stand over here
to
and
This
get
one?
ready. Yeah.
press.
And
This one, yeah.
This one's a little stiffer. At least it feels that way to you. You kind of like try to do the whole push slide thing again, and it's like it's kind of stuck, like almost as if like it's not even where the lid and the base are, and you're kind of just maybe you need to try lifting harder.
Oh, this one's locked.
You see, Rhaegar, you see Daryl struggling to lift the lid right next to you
Yeah,
as you start to
try
pass
to help.
by.
Well, I gotta refresh my window.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Something's being funky.
hey, Fitty, do I need to add anything to my inventory for the hand crossbow?
Yeah, let me see if I can add that real quick while we take a moment. Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Search.
Okay.
I haven't looked too much into magic stuff
All right,
yet.
there we go. Yeah, fixed.
I'm gonna add a second hand crossbow. I think I can modify it.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Would you say I need to roll 50?
This one. An athletics check, please.
Okay. Oh, I was so close to a 2.
Whoa. Yeah, you lift that lid off with ease and just ask them where they want it.
Where do you want this, Daryl?
Well, just on the floor, I guess, over there. Jesus.
I assume Alec, by the
Something.
way, for flavor here, is putting all of the dead bodies back inside their sarcophagus homes.
Yeah, that sounds right. This. Sorry, I'm just figuring some things out super quick.
Alec, we're not desecrating anything. We're just, trying to find that family heirloom of yours.
It's in here
This is
somewhere.
normal crossbow.
I have faith.
This is +1 crossbow. D6. So
You're
that-
calibrating.
Yeah. That did
I
not.
shoot the wall. Ding, 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 ding.
And you still missed.
It got. Interesting. It got the +1 to hit with the thing I added, but not the damage. Can somebody look up like the
good.
pf2e +1 weapon? Like, what's the how the fuck?
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to know even how to equip it.
How it even works? Well, like I think pf2e. What are +1 weapon stats? Like I imagine it's just classic 3rd edition type stuff where it's +1 to hit, +1 damage, but that's one. Pathfinder magic.
Oh wow. Okay, it's more complicated than I thought.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Deep.
+1. Okay. Magic weapon +1. The weapon has a +1 potency rune, +1 item bonus to attack rolls with the weapon. There's no damage bonus. Oh. A +1. Oh, but there's also +1 striking runes. Interesting.
Because like I have something in my inventory that's like that.
So I'm gonna call these +1 potency and striking weapons since they're a little more special.
So
Yeah.
there's a spell called Magic Weapon, and the weapon glimmers with magic. The target becomes +1 striking, gaining a +1 item bonus to attack rolls, and increasing the number of weapon damage dice to 2. Is that something that magic weapons just do, or is this just because the spell does that?
Oh, and a striking. Wait, the weapon has a +1 potency rune, +1. Oh, okay, so let's do that actually.
And then adds a damage dice?
Yeah. So we're gonna call these +1 striking weapon. So they wouldn't get both runes. The striking rune applies both a +1 and a plus damage die. So that's kind of crazy.
You get a
let's go with
whole
that.
additional damage die from these.
Yep. So this
I support
hand
this.
crossbow does 2d6 damage.
You just, dude, Fitty, how
Huh.
are you? Was that you who rolled that?
Yeah. So it's on your sheet
Two
now.
sixes?
Yeah. So if you go to your sheet, you should see an equipped hand crossbow +1.
Yeah, I do see it.
What?
I guess what I was about to say was, how are you rolling so
Oh.
freaking high?
Oh, I keep deleting. I didn't even
All
see what I rolled.
you rolled 2 6s.
Oh,
For
God
D6s,
mode.
you are,
You're
yeah.
lucky I'm wasting my good rolls on figuring out magic weapons. All right, so
Last
Rhaegar, you had the
question
Morning Star. Yeah.
was the bolts. I have my own bolt pouch if you just want to do that. I don't know how many were in there. I only have 10 bolts, so I would love to
So
have more.
yeah.
Never
You
mind.
can.
Don't do that.
There's no difference on the
It's just like
bolts. So if you
an
want to add
ornate.
10 more, 20
Okay.
more. I mean, I feel like that pouch probably holds about 20 actually.
Okay, so I'll do 30
And
compared to
I'm gonna
what I had before.
add Morning Star. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, you can fancy leather. This is a fairly.
Yep.
It's nothing magical about it. It's a very fancy fucking pouch. I'm just gonna call these weapon +1. You guys can call them whatever you want. They were found in an ancient seeker keep. Potency rune, striking rune. All right, Rhaegar, I've added your Morning Star.
Gracias.
Daryl. Oh, you got Balance +1 in here. I can modify it for you, or did you already do
Oh
it?
yeah, I
I'm
edited
gonna
the one
make
that
it
I had.
striking. Oh, okay, yeah, because you swapped it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or
drop.
I didn't
so it
swap it.
should
I
be-
just like edited the one that was in there. That was it.
Oh, I
So-
meant like in game you swapped your old one, so it makes
Yeah, I
sense.
did.
So
I swapped. Yeah.
I updated it so that it's
Okay.
a striking.
Striking
a-
rune.
So it
Okay.
should-
Um,
Yeah.
I don't have any room, but I have a flail. Should we just leave it, or should we sell it? Can anybody carry it? Does anybody care?
Oh, I could carry it.
Okay.
Silver flail. It's silver. I'll carry it. No problem. Put it in my backpack. I turn around so you can put it in my backpack.
I'm gonna try and
Alright.
do that to your backpack. Just
Um,
drag it on your face.
in the party loot,
You go
There
put it
is
in my
it.
prison wallet.
which is a sheet that you guys have. I will add. You're opening this thing right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got lost in the
Oh, yeah.
figure out the magic stuff, but we left off with you picking this thing up. Where do you want it? What did you do with it?
Yeah. I just
Put
in
it
his
down or
backpack.
dropped it?
I put it in his backpack. It's in the party loot now.
Oh, I mean the lid.
Oh, yeah, I dropped it.
Okay.
Like literally,
Uh,
I dropped it over my shoulder when.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Flails in the party loot. You see another seeker in dark cloth, crimsonish, blackish, faded, mummified there with a very corner to corner length halberd across its chest, arms resting across it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm ready to keep moving here. Where to next, boys? Do you want to get these other ones?
Well, wasn't there a so we did just get a halberd, right? We
Well,
opened
no,
up.
the tomb's opened. Are you removing the halberd? I didn't know if anyone said they were doing that.
Then yeah, because we had talked about removing it in order to get the because we could potentially sell it or even maybe even use it.
Okay.
Pretty encumbered.
Oh, you're
Who's
pretty
Who's
encumbered.
grabbing it?
I'm grabbing it.
All right. And
Well,
I
grab
pull
that silver
I pull the
flail.
new crossbow out and I point it right at the dude's chest just in case. Like just like I'll do it.
Maybe point it at his head.
I'm pointing it right at his head.
There we go. Yep.
All right,
Okay, I'll grab it.
That's like a factory line. Go to the next one.
No.
Okay.
No. Look at the runes. The runes are lit up. We will have to fight those two. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is the last one I think we can get without having to fight more.
Perfect.
Okay,
He's
so you're
done
sticking
math.
the 1.
Yep.
All right, I put it in the party loot, which is that sheet.
Oh.
If you look under the
Yep.
little
Party
Say-
loot.
chest.
Math's word.
Nice.
So you
Math.
can drag and drop from that, yeah.
I did it.
Okay.
Well, it's heavy, but I'm still okay.
Okay. All right.
It's
It-
maths.
The body stays there. Alec, using whatever strength he has left, kind of goes over and picks up the lids and puts them back over the sleeping seekers.
All right. We should probably get out of here.
Shall we leave the rest? Or do you need more?
I don't think we need more.
No, this is okay. We got this. Now let's leave.
All
Come
right,
on,
then.
mittens.
Looking a little glassy-eyed, but walking better now. Alec brings up the rear.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Do we hear?
Still need to find this navigator.
You said that we heard sounds when we were down there. Do we hear anything out here?
1 second. You can all make a perception check for me.
Oh, good. I've been rolling so good at that.
Son of a bitch.
Second. Okay. Rhaegar.
What I
You-
percept?
You hear echoing down from the center hall, you think. Although there's some faint noises coming from the one directly above you as well, but you hear something loud, almost to the effect of like an animal sound and some other kind of like higher pitch all just kind of came like pinging down the corridor in the middle here.
Hear that?
All right.
And I start walking that way.
Alec,
I'll go with him.
Alec,
Look
if
around
you're
the corner.
yeah, Alec, if you're feeling all right, you should definitely probably be the man for the job here.
Hey, look at you. You're barely injured.
I'm so proud of you.
Just
at you.
Yeah, he probably looks like a really
I'm
fucked
fine.
up hockey player, black eye,
I'm
no
fine.
teeth.
Yeah, 100%, 100%,
What's
I'm
that stuff?
100 fucking percent.
Fitty. Fitty. I'm detecting magic as I go,
Ooh.
Okay.
step by step, just trying to see if I get any more
Yeah,
pings.
yeah. You're reaching out. You're feeling, and it takes a few moments for those feelings to reach out and ping as I read them. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man.
What's the radius on that?
I thought it was like 30 feet, but
That sounds right. That sounds right. Um,
yeah, area 30 foot. Emanation from me, so it's
Wait, you doing detect magic? Is that detect magic?
yeah, I'm
I
detecting.
was also doing that too when we first went into this.
We're both doing.
This is.
you
I was looking for this.
Oh, there you go. You don't sense
What's his
any
name?
magic.
Scott Sterling.
Scott Sterling knows it. I got the
Scott
Scott
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh my god.
Just letting the wife know that the cat's pawing near the closet door, like he usually does when he pukes up a hairball or does something not great. And the dog was also just out here running around, which she only does when there's like a really loud noise somewhere else or there's something to eat, like cat puke. So that's cool. So I don't know what's going on out there.
Just keep the door locked, Fitty.
Lock the door. So you don't detect any magic, but you see Alec kind of like lean up and press against the door. He says, "You might hear something. Someone want to take a listen." He kind of like
All right.
steps a little bit to the side. I gotta refresh.
All right,
everything
Mittens
as
goes
well.
up there.
Might a little laggy.
Yeah. Don't let me do it. I'm not good at this listening thing.
Mittens goes up there
There we
and
go.
perception.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how to roll for him though,
Well,
because like I don't
You-
have.
I
But it's
don't- yeah, I don't
perception
think
plus
there's-
6.
actually no. It looks like it works if you click on the name.
Oh,
Is
there
that
it is. Yep.
perception? Yeah. Just
He
it
also
just
has-
doesn't look like it's clickable.
He also has scent plus 30 feet.
Oh.
So I'm imagining he's like using his scent to do it. I clicked on the picture of the scent, but it didn't put it in chat. It says gains scent imprecise 30 feet.
Precisely feet. Yeah. So Mittens is definitely sensing something. He's pawing at the door, just like my cat was doing in the hallway
Yeah.
here. Mittens is pawing at the door, sensing and trying to discern what it's sensing.
He turns around and he says, "There's something on the other side of this door."
I forgot he can talk.
Maybe the dog ate it.
Wait. Okay, wait.
It's the only reason she would have been out here.
Can I? Hold on.
So wait, was that perception check you rolled yours or Mittens?
Mittens.
'Cause it looks like it was yours. It's wet.
Oh,
no.
it should be plus 6. Oh, so add 3 to that.
right.
So 21.
Oh, 21. Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Sorry. So Mittens
can't-
talks
Oh,
to you
there you go, yeah.
and says out loud what the thing is. I
Yes.
didn't mean to click that.
I have
okay.
detected. Blah blah blah.
Mittens like sniffs. Says,
Smells moist in there.
"Man, would Mittens know what this is?"
Maybe not.
Mittens believes there's some kind of like it reports back and says something along the lines of strange human animal combined scent. Maybe a bit of bear dung.
A bit
Oh.
of what? Maybe a
Bear
bit of
dung.
bear.
Can
Bear
I
dung.
use a nature check to verify that?
You can get near that door and take a sniff yourself, sure.
After you.
I
He
try to
steps
smell
by.
what kind of animals, what kind of dung, what animal dung is in there.
You said it was bear dung.
We can
Said the
recall
cat.
knowledge about
Oh,
nature.
sorry.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's exactly what I wanted. Recall knowledge is like can be anything, and then I just try to theme it onto one of your skill checks.
Gotcha.
So nature, yeah. You can not only catch the scent of bear dung, but more pungently, you catch the odor that an animal would release when trying to protect itself, like trying to, create a scent barrier for itself. And this is definitely a strong odor from some kind of bear. You think maybe grizzly, could be black, maybe brown, but probably grizzly. You also catch other scents as well, animalistic but humanoid in a way, similar to what Mittens was talking about. But that bear piss really punches you in the nose.
What? What are you? Why are you snuffling?
Something frightened.
Should we go
And
help
then
it?
I It's just like hand call.
I understood that. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I understood that. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about the language is
Yeah.
I don't think it tells.
I understood that.
It
You
doesn't
just
tell me
wasted
what
a
language
19.
it's translating. Do you so out of character? I think Pitch like reads the body language more of
Yeah.
Rhaegar than he actually understands the Druidic.
100%. But I am totally playing it like I understand what he's
But
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can see it. Rhaegar, are you just like speaking against the door, like talking loudly?
Yeah. No, I'm almost like whispering, but it's carrying through the nature in the room.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
like you
great.
said, it's moist. It's really my words sticking.
Yeah, and I mean, and through like the big burly gestures of Rhaegar, you kind of think he's saying like, "Hey, we're
Ooh.
friends. We're friends. We can help you." Something along those lines. We're here to help.
Can I pick up the word friend at the very least in Druidic?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
I
something like that.
recognize the word friend.
Okay. Um, are you banging on the door at all too, or are you just like talking at it?
I'm very gentle and smooth about this.
Okay, so you're just like,
I'm
"Hey."
actually pretty calm.
Um,
And almost the wind doesn't, it's calming to Pharaoh.
okay. And then like, what's the situation? Are you waiting to see if you hear
Yeah.
something? Are you
Two things.
backing away?
I'd like to see if the smell starts to lessen or dissipate. If it
Okay.
seems like it's not proof, it's
Okay.
not as yeah.
You may all make a perception check. The DC is quite a bit lower for Rhaegar, who's actually near the door.
Don't worry. I'm really good at perception checks.
This is just perception.
Yeah, just perception. Okay.
We're wasting all of our high rolls right now.
It's all going to plan.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We all smell it at the same time.
Yeah.
Give me one second.
Do you smell that?
I smell it. It smells like panic.
Yeah. So Rhaegar, you do not get any stronger sense of that odor that you're tracking, but what Mittens, Rhaegar, and Pitch all hear with some clarity is like the light pitter patter of bipedal footsteps.
All right. I think the only way to figure out what's really behind that door is to open it. So we can do it quickly or we can do it quietly.
I'm not.
Well, not both.
Quiet.
All right, I'm quiet. And I go up to the door and I stealthily push the door open.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Oh, before he goes, I touch his shoulder. And I give
Okay.
guidance.
All right, what's that, an extra D4 or something?
I think it's a D4. 1! Naturally.
11.
Why
Oh
would
my
it be anything
God.
less than a 1?
Yeah, okay.
G.I. Joe.
Like, I knew it was a 1 before I even saw it. I was like, yeah, with that nat 20, of course it's a 1.
Dude.
You
Sorry,
see
Dave.
walking towards you. Hold on.
I want to quickly shut the door. If anything sees me, I'm closing the door, Fitty.
You see a little frog-like biped creature.
They're
Oh
Ninja
my
Turtles.
God.
Guys, they're
Oh
Ninja
my
Turtles.
God.
And you also see like these two monkey
What?
creatures.
Baboons?
They are all adorned with like colorful, ragged garments. Those that you might see of like a boisterous pirate crew. One of them has like the frog on his chest has kind of like in white crude paint like this gnarled. It's not the most graphic representation, but you can tell it's kind of like a gnarled claw. Um, and they see you pitch, like pushing open the door gently, and you see this guy in front of you. He's, who you? Who you? And you see like
Whoa.
the two sets of footsteps you heard were clearly this guy and the one over here. This guy on the screen right side is really like kind of like lounging in this like big chair with this big burly belly and this interesting little small top hat that he had. I won't call it top hat, but it's kind of just like pressed sort of low.
No, I love top hat. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will just, having been made, I just kind of give like a gesture of like just stay still for just a second. I push open the door just a little bit more and I walk in and I'm like, not all the way. If they make any aggressive gestures, I'm back at the door. But I just say, "Oh, we were just wandering around these parts. Actually, we're looking for someone. Perhaps you've seen him." And I tell him the name of the guy that we're looking for. I forgot his name. Chadwick
Navigator.
Bronzeman.
Calmont.
He's Calmont. We're looking for a fellow by the name of Calmont. He was a navigator for a crew. We heard that he needed help, so we're just here to help.
He kind of like fucked his like neck, fucking fat, whatever the hell you call it.
Yeah.
You hear that, man? You're friends with the halfling. He's kind of like croaking and laughing, and you see the guy with the top hat. Like, it's very kind of reminds me of like Gangs in New York.
Yeah.
He's like sitting in the corner, just like friends of the halfling. And then the one next to him like just starts like cackling and laughing a little bit.
Oh, so you know him. So why don't you let me in on the joke here? Why are we all laughing about the halfling?
You see the top hat guy is like still kind of like tipping to the side. Oh, Deanie's gonna love you.
Did you say Houdini?
And you notice the top hat guy who's like real slouched starts kind of like turning a little bit towards you, and he gives the other ape monkey guy to his right a little bit of a nod. Just welcome to the den of the Cinder Claus. Get him, get him. What? And like the little frog guy like immediately
I
starts
closed the door.
crouching down.
Just close
Door
the
is
door.
closed. Door is closed. And I turn and I put my hands together like this and I face all of you and I'm like, so there's good news and bad news. Good news is I found the halfling. The bad news is I found the Cinderclaw Alec, and I just grab him and pull him and put him right in front of the door.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative first of all.
Could
Jesus.
everyone please prepare something nasty? The door's about to open.
Damn, is that another nat 20?
I'm burning them all on things that are important, Fitty.
Nice.
Okay. So, Pitch, you start backing out of the room. You close the door just as the frog guy starts walking towards you. You all roll initiative. I think it's only fitting that we start the turn order with you, Pitch. You've backed away.
Oh no.
You can
Can I
delay.
Can I push Alec in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay, like I would ask. I guess before it's an action, where is everybody placed? Because I did walk out and was like,
Yeah.
trying to get
I
everybody
feel like
moving.
this is roughly accurate based on
Okay.
what everyone was doing. So like
Oh yeah.
you're able to kind of like help spend an action point shoving Alec forward, who's willingly trying to get there anyhow.
Okay, I am going to prepare an action.
With your last 2 action points.
Oh, it was 2 action points. One
To ready
action
an
point.
action. Yeah.
Oh, it's an
One action
entire
point to move
action.
him. The
Oh,
well,
I see.
that
For action.
ready the trigger action thing was a double action point thing.
Okay. I will prepare my new crossbow bolt
Okay.
to fire at the first target that I see, inflicting
Alright.
maximum damage to them.
Okay.
I love that confidence.
Next up, Daryl.
I've got to prepare an action to throw Alchemist's Fire. No, Blight Bomb. I'm gonna prepare an action. As soon as the door opens, I'm gonna throw a Blight Bomb right into the door.
Oh, also Daryl. I saw doors on either side. There is a chance that we could be flanked. Could you suggest to Mittens to maybe go out into the hallway to just keep an ear out?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm actually sending Mittens here. And then as soon as Mittens sees anybody, he'll be like, Father, they're flanking you.
Okay. All right.
It's my turn.
Mittens way back in the main hall, right? Right where you got him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I have an action ready. As soon as that door opens, Blight Bomb.
As soon as
Okay.
the door opens, I fire.
All right. The Yeah, we'll go with that. That guy's not doing anything right now. Rhaegar, what are you doing?
Yep, I'm readying an action as well, and mine is going to be I'm going to throw this javelin. I'm ready my javelin. So as soon as that door
Okay.
opens, I'm looking for the first target. The first target I see when that door opens, I'm firing it at.
Okay.
A live target.
Yes, sir. All right. Alec pushes the door back open. You see that yeah, I mean it's pretty well lit in there. There's lights and everything, candles and shit. Rhaegar, Pitch, you at least are able to clock and notice that the top hat guy is now stood up and getting weapon in hand. The other two look like they're getting ready to advance towards you. Alec spends an action point, moving forward and interacting with the door, and he moves in. Are anyone's triggers fired?
As soon as the door is open and I see a thing, I'm firing.
You
Yep.
see a thing. Yeah, so let's go
I
with your
am
trigger
firing.
was in the queue first.
Yep.
Piece of job, wasting all my good rolls on
You
things that.
fire a shot over Rhaegar, over Alec, and miss.
You
Yeah.
do know friend and druidic though.
Thank you.
Daryl, talk to me.
I threw a Blight Bomb right at the thing that's inside the door.
I have my cheat sheet on your thing here on my GM stuff. Range is 20 feet for a thrown bomb, at least
10,
normally.
20.
So I think there's just penalties, I guess, if you throw it like a little bit beyond the range.
Can I can't move in a prepared action, can I?
You prepare an action that will occur outside your turn, a single action.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're learning.
Okay, I won't throw it then. If I can't reach it, like if there's
Okay.
nobody in, I just won't throw it.
Yeah, well, we can assume that it would have been qualified that you would wait until you had a target in range.
Okay, yeah.
That's fair. We're learning. So Alec opens the door, Pitch, you fire. Daryl, you look but hesitate. Alec then takes another action to move forward, getting
Wait,
face to face.
I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Oh, you had that trigger. That's true, right? Yep. Okay, last trigger. Yeah.
Right at frog.
Targeting Frog Dude. Okay.
Yep, and I'm gonna chuck it. Flies through this guy.
Goes wide.
Guy. Sweet.
Alec moves
Get him, Alec.
in, spends his last action point after opening the door, getting both hands on that great sword and just trying to hold the line. The frog guy in front of him here. What does he do? It just lets out like the sound of a croaking alarm, this terrifying croak. Anyone in 30 feet, which is all of you, needs to make a DC will saving throw.
DC will. Saves. Oh. I made myself a master. My bad.
Oh,
You are not a
nope.
master.
I know.
I'm not
Come
a
on.
master, but I am trained in this.
Okay.
Oh, mine says expert.
Mine says
Well, actually,
expert, too.
actually, some of you might be. It's whatever.
Yeah. I accidentally
Yeah.
clicked it. Yeah.
I didn't
Oh, okay.
change it or anything.
Yeah. Got it.
Mine come
Rhaegar
in?
looking for yours? No.
Oh, I thought I clicked it. Okay. Oh, the little box popped up. I keep forgetting there's another box.
Oh yeah. Okay. Rhaegar and Daryl. The croak is just deafening to both of you. Does this work? Oh, okay. Hold on.
I mean, I get it. It's crock of bullshit, but I get it.
You are gripped by fear or just shock from the sounds. The frightened condition always includes a value. Right now, you guys have frightened 1. You get a status penalty equal to this value to all your checks and DCs, unless specified otherwise. At the end of each of your turns, the frightened condition decreases by 1, so it should wear off after the end of your next turn.
Frightened?
Yeah, I'm dropping that
Shit.
on yours as well. And I should, I believe, auto apply those negative conditions. We'll see when you do stuff. Okay, that is 1 action point from the frog guy. He then, weapon in hand, but arguably, I know he would just use his tongue. I think here. No, he'd use the club. He gets the club in hand with an action point. Then, with his last action point, swings at Alec and misses. And the guy in the rear.
How do I get a plus 10 or 12?
You
Got
join
the
the Cinder
NPC.
Claws.
Yeah.
The warrior in the back with a hatchet and a dagger in each hand, respectively, moves forward around the frog. Goes to flank Alec.
Oh shit!
Technically, would trigger your range. But this
I
guy
like how
wants.
I
He looks
Blight
real
Oh,
sneaky,
mine?
crafty as,
Oh,
as he
shit.
hopped behind Alec, trying to flank and stab at
Okay,
him.
yeah.
And as he gets into position, you see him get into your line of sight.
Oh shit. I would. So what's
Yeah.
the penalty for being
Um,
afraid?
I feel like
Being
both
feared?
of these. Oh, so I think it
-1.
did it auto apply?
Yeah.
It did not. So it'd be
Oh.
-1.
Oh no, it did. It did auto
did.
apply.
It
Frightened
did
-1.
auto-apply.
Oh, it did. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
And then, but also, I would say you've got 2 people in front of you, -1 penalty each, just for firing over them. So that brings you to 11, which is
Sure.
definitely not a hit. But
Okay.
a
Wait.
miss
Can I hero
still.
point?
You can.
It's a reroll?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna hero point. I've never used
Alright.
it before. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Reroll to hit.
You fuck. Fuck off with your
Wasn't meant to be.
dick.
Sorry, man.
Oh no. It
so-
like doesn't even. It's not even potent. It doesn't even miss and then hit 1 damage. It's just like. It's like the ex-wife in Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, well that's the end of your trigger. This guy
Yep.
still
I'm done.
has An action
things
point
suck.
left. He slashes with the hatchet in one hand. He gets a +2 for flanking. That will definitely
bullshit.
hit. And it's not enough for a critical though.
Ooh.
Minimum damage, which
Minimum,
is 4 to
still
Alec.
a lot.
And then with his last action point, he tries to slash at Alec with his dagger. And definitely misses. Next round.
Hey, that's me.
That's you.
I'm gonna shoot this guy. Excuse me. I'm gonna shoot this guy again with my crossbow bolt. So it does say that the strike is a +7, but it's a +1 crossbow. So is it adding the +1 to it as well? Does it
Yeah,
make
it
it
should
a
be.
+8?
No, the +7's already in there, right? Because if we look at your normal crossbow, that's
It's
it is a
+7.
+7. Yeah, interesting. Hold on. It's just striking. Maybe striking is just the not doing the thing. It should be a +1 as well. Let me add it here. Hold on. I might have to do that on all of yours.
I should also have 29 ammo. For some reason, it already went off.
I didn't touch it, but you can fix it yourself if you like.
Yep. Oh, nope. That was the wrong one. Okay.
And yeah. Go for it if you're ready.
I am ready. Fuck me. God.
And that was at the closest guy?
Yeah.
Yep, that does not connect on the first shot there.
You get another one? I don't even know how it works.
How does
mean,
crossbows?
It's only one action.
Yeah,
It's
just reload
crazy.
it?
It's small enough to be shot one-handed. Still requires two hands to reload. I don't know how reloading works, but we're gonna find out.
Please hold.
Please hold. Dual weapon statistics. Reload. Many ranged weapons need to be loaded and reloaded. This entry indicates how many interact actions it takes. I don't think this thing has a reload value. Maybe because it's just a hand crossbow. Let me look at a normal crossbow super quick. Reload time 1. Oh, there we go. Hand crossbow details. Reload time 1. It's in the details tab. So it takes one action point to reload.
Okay. So I guess the only thing that I can actually do is I had readied an action, fired the crossbow bolt, so I would have needed to use my first action to reload it. I fired it, and now I have to reload it again. So it's fully reloaded. I can't do anything else.
Ready to go. All right. Daryl.
Let's see. Well, I'll have to redeem myself. Of 10. I'm squeeze up next, just past Rhaegar, and I throw my last blight bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, and I go right at the Sharakaru flanky bitch. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Thank you.
That'll definitely hit.
1d6 poison damage and 1d4 persistent poison damage and 1 poison splash damage.
Okay, so it gets 7 from all of that, and then each round it gets 1d4 persistent poison damage. Okay. Nasty.
Alec probably got like a poison splash damage unless there's no friendly fire.
I feel like there would be.
Right.
Hold on.
Which is fine, it's Alec.
You probably would have known that and thrown it at its feet, like between us. You've got like a space there.
No, but then it will only do 1 damage to him.
Oh,
like
okay.
You hit a target, and then 5 feet around, like on all sides, takes 1 point of damage.
Friendly fire. I would rule it as yes. I've got a super quick search result here. Splash does
Yeah.
affect allies, but there
Do
are
it.
things that let you feat and specialize to not do that. So I definitely wouldn't want to house rule
Okay,
it.
in the future, I'm only
Yeah.
level 2.
So Alec is gonna take -1, and he does. A little spittle
That's
of
it.
poison makes its way to him.
So on that
Uh,
thing's turn,
Yeah. Yeah, it'll take
is this bushy?
1d4, right?
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's not pushy. It's the other one. Yeah, it'll take a d4. It's
Yeah.
dual. Okay.
Um,
Go for it's your turn.
Bushy with the top hat in the back there.
Play bomb.
What is that? Hold on. Oh boy. You hear kind of like building on like the reverberations of the drum-like frog screech. You hear this guy just start beating his chest and unleash like this shrieking fucking simian fury. And it just shrieks. And like you're starting to hear like the sound of like wood on stone kind of like "Mrr," like echoing out from either side of you
Uh-oh.
where you see a doors. You
Doors.
see doors on either side.
Shit.
You hear some scuttling noise. It's very faint, very slow. But you kind of you catch that after this shriek ends. So this guy basically pumps himself up and quickens himself. Can I do that? Hold on. Quickened. Neat. Quicken, you gain 1 additional action at the start of your turn each round. Oh, so it basically just gives itself a +1 action point for this round only. His Shrieking Frenzy. It can use this extra action to stride or strike. While in the frenzy, he can't speak and automatically critically fails stealth checks. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so he's just shrieking and going crazy. He uses it to get a free stride in, completing and just adding to the flank around Alec. And like he just moves in with this bestial fury. And just slashes down at him with a hatchet. Still 3 action points remaining because he got that freebie just now for the stride. Strikes. He's going to have a +2 that I haven't added yet. So that definitely connects. Alec takes 5 points of damage. Starting to look a little injured. Agile sweep. Hold on. Can use your attack multiple enemies. Oh, interesting. That's the other thing I've noticed too. Like lots of weapons in Pathfinder have different tags on them. Like this guy's hatchet has a sweep tag, and a weapon with a sweep makes it easy to do sweeping wide or spinning attacks against multiple enemies. So when you attack, it gives you a +1 circumstance bonus to your attack roll if you already attempted to attack a different target. So like that multiple attack penalty is a little bit less to sweep and try to hit multiples. So all the different weapons have some manner of tags in them, which is kind of interesting. So he connects. He does 5 damage with the hatchet. He swings the hatchet again for a second strike. It's agile, so it's a little bit of a lower penalty. He is flanking, so that's actually an 18, but that's not good enough. And he ends with 1 quick stab of a dagger, which is also not enough.
Nothing.
Beast mode, like this thing like goes from like seeming like very composed to just fully animalistic, just like that. But Rhaegar,
It's
you are up.
Utopia, dude.
This is crazy.
I run in there and I say, Alec, I'm coming. That's one
Whose
action.
animals are these?
All right, you are technically flanking this simian warrior in front of you.
Okay. Now I have a question about the logistics of having weapons out because I just threw a javelin.
Yeah.
And I did have like the purple shirts I put in my inventory are like whatever the blue shirts with purple shirt things, you know, that's on my bar.
Yep.
Or is that it's directly that's equipped or readied, or like how does that work? How
So
specifically?
those things to me, you can manage it however you want. Anything blue shirted means it's worn or equipped. For the sake of weapons, you can have as many equipped as you think you might use, just so you can see their actions, turned on.
Okay.
But what we need to do and be mindful of is if you had Morningstar in one hand, Javelin, Pulling and Thrown in another, that's fine. But if you had to put your Morningstar down, you'll need to spend like an interact point
Right.
to action
Okay.
point to kind of re-grip it in your main hand.
Okay. I didn't think of it as smart as that. I didn't think I had a Morningstar and a Javelin, but I was
Yeah,
readying. Now we did throw the Javelin, and then that was just a readied action, right?
that's right.
Okay.
So it doesn't count against your action points for this turn.
Okay, so should I have to? Should I? Would now? I didn't specify. Would you say that I need to
I
use an
think
action to pull out my Morningstar?
I feel like even if it
Trying to
was
be
in
honest
your
here.
other hand, like you'd probably still need an action point to kind of switch grips over to your main hand. For all intents and purposes, let's just call it one action point to have your Morningstar ready to go right now.
Okay. So I used a movement one.
Yep.
Ready to my okay. Then I'm gonna use Titan Wrestler again to trip this monkey, whatever it is.
Okay. I need you to make an athletics check for your last action point then.
Which means I'm not going to. Sorry, let me phrase this because I think I have to use both my hands. So I'm just gonna have no mace. I'm going barehanded right now, or no.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine.
After hearing how it would play out. God damn it! I'm trying to find this button. There's this and trip. So
Trip's right there. So I need you to make an athletics check against their reflex DC,
okay, athletics. Okay,
which is much better than their fortitude because he's a
that
monkey.
sounds terrible.
I did describe him as hopping and leaping his way over there, but either way, you tripped that little fucker from behind. And with trip, you knock an opponent to the ground. That is a normal success. The target flipped over prone on the ground beneath you.
And then
Um,
for my
yep.
final action, I want to take my bare fist and just pound it into his face. So you see me come up from behind him, and I just do like one of these leg sweeps, like like right out from underneath of him, and then as he's on the ground, I just barrel down with a cannonball.
Okay.
Cannonball.
So when they're prone, they're flat-footed and get a -2 penalty to attack rolls. The only moves they can take are crawl and stand. Standing in is the prone condition. You can take cover. Blah blah blah. Okay, so you don't get any bonuses for him being prone to hit him. He would get penalties
Sure.
to attack, but you still are flanking him. So yeah, you can make an unarmed melee attack. That's what you're doing last, right?
And flank is two. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, +2. Yeah.
+2. Yep, add that.
Okay, that'll definitely hit. Not a crit. It's almost a crit.
That's
You
great.
felt like you almost just fucking pummeled the shit out of this guy. But roll normal damage. 5. Takes 5 damage, and you just hear him like.
Alright. That's that.
That's that. Rhaegar, or sorry, Alec. You manipulate your move action. Okay. How does this work? He's feeling threatened right now.
Threat.
Whoa, okay. Alec, still reeling back, but just recently displaced more by the still top hat wearing, shrieking, bestial monkey person in front of him, unleashes a power attack. Just like really just comes down hard with his greatsword. Normal to hit bonus. That's it. The strike just barely hits, and he gets one extra damage die, which is a plus D12. 1d12. And this thing almost gets killed in one fell swoop, like reels back against the wall, like blood, like the shrieking stops. It's like spreading its own blood against the door, and then Alec, still very much in range, makes one final, and because that power attack says takes 2 multiple attack penalties. It counts as 2 attacks. This last one gets the third minus to it. He makes a killing swing and misses. The frog kind of pushes himself between the larger simian and Alec, and that basically takes a step which you can kind of like safe move. So that prevents Alec's attack of opportunity. These things seem a little more clever than your average little monster. But this thing swinging a club wildly once getting into position, and it will get a +2 for flanking, hits with its club. Alec takes 8 points of damage and is near death as this thing with its final action point with a -5 but a +2 for flanking connects lightly against Alec's armor, but it's not enough to inflict any damage.
He is Scott Sterling.
The the trip monkey person spends an action point to stand up. I think the stand action. Let's see. Hold on. I think you guys all have it on your bars. I'm just gonna steal it real quick. Stand? No. Where the fuck is it? Prone. You can take when you're prone or crawl and stand. Maybe I just don't have it on your bars here. 1 second. Building. Feats, general skill range. I'm pretty sure it's just a fucking action point. Hold on, I'm gonna add it to one of your bars. Stand. Yes. Actually, let me add it to all of you real quick. Oops. There we go. And then add it to you as well. That's not where that goes. Okay. Stand. You stand up from prone. 1 action point. So worth the wait. I know. But now we know for future reference.
He did it.
He did it. He stood the fuck up. He should not be leaving the initiative queue. Where the hell was he? He was after Alec, right? So that would be an 11 or something. I'm breaking all the things. So he spent an action point standing. I'm just trying to remove his debuff because he's no longer prone. He turns towards the thing that tripped him and grabbed his leg, and basically having to regrip his hatchet, I would think, after being prone. Spends an action point doing that, but then gets 1 swing off at Rhaegar. And he definitely connects. You take max damage
Oh, shit.
for 9. The frog not pleased with Alec one bit. Wait, the frog already went, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Frog beat the shit out of him just a moment ago.
Fuck you, Frog. I think it's top of the order.
Yeah, I don't know what I broke there, but I think I just did the frog early. But we're back to the top of the order with Pitch.
I clasp my hands together, and I throw. You see a spectral hand, my mage hand, It goes out and it moves past Daryl and past Rhaegar, and then you see it ignites. It does, and it just in this huge 15-foot cone that emanates directly over top of the monkey on the ground. You tell me if it hits him. I do not want to hit our ally here.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't hit him in that cone. It's burning hands.
Yeah, burning hands. I don't know if it hits the dude on the ground.
No.
Okay.
If you were willing to hit Alec, you could hit both of them.
No,
but
I don't want to hit Alec.
Not one or the other exclusively.
So I hit those two guys. They need to make a DC 18 reflex save.
Okay. You throw your burning hands in chat. I can do it too.
Yep.
Oh shoot! Did Duel take a D4 damage?
Oh,
From
no.
poison.
Roll the D4 for me, please.
Hey.
It could just be a vanilla D4. It's easy to apply.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, he takes 3 points of damage. He's looking not so great himself as that
Okay,
poison
that
seeps
helps.
in after he tries to smack Rhaegar around. All right, DC 18.
Since I can't hit those guys, I want it to actually float directly next to Alec and then burst at those two.
All right. I think this is gonna roll for him. Let's see. Yep. He saves. The other guy does not. So you want to click the damage for me on the spell card? Oh yeah. He takes 5 points of damage. Does that apply? There we go. And you just see him slump down, top hat kind of presses up as he slides down the door. Real cowboy western style bullshit there. But he is, as far as you can tell, down for the count.
Perfect.
That was extended, right? So that's 3 action points for all that?
Yep. I am done.
Okay, Daryl.
Nice.
No word from Mittens, by the way.
Huh? Oh, no word from Mittens. Good. He'll still be watching. Is it possible for me to squeeze over to here? Is that a thing I can do?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know whether this creature has an attack of opportunity or not. You can do one of two things, right? As you get up near Rhaegar here.
Yeah.
You can choose to continue that same stride action.
Okay.
And I'd say kind of push past him, especially since he was still just getting up. I'll allow that. You could potentially incur an attack of opportunity. Or you could take 1 action point to stride as far as you could, and then take a careful step, which is a 5-foot safe adjustment that
Okay.
doesn't incur. But that would be 2 action points to get into that position.
Sweet. I'll do that. And I'm going to use my last action point to battle axe him to the face.
Okay. That will definitely connect. For minimum damage. Wait, that's the new battle axe?
It is.
It should have rolled more damage. Hold on.
It said base 0d8 slashing, striking rune plus 1d8. Oh, for whatever reason, the base is 0d8. That's pretty funny.
Really? Oh yeah, it should be 1. Okay, go ahead and roll another d8.
It was just another d8, yeah.
I fixed it. Hopefully
Oops.
it should
there it is.
roll it proper next time, but just for now, another d8.
Hey.
Okay, he takes
8 damage.
8 points of damage. The first 4 was likely enough. But the other simian goes down, leaving, as far as you can tell, just the frog person who is looking very much alive and very pissed off.
Oh my god, yes.
Rhaegar.
I from crouching and getting cut by this guy, I look up and I grab the morning star from wherever it's holstered. I slowly get up and I walk. I just kind of, it's like a brisk walk that speeds up as I gain momentum and anticipate a fucking Happy Gilmore swing on this goddamn Kermit.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going for here.
I would say you probably need to move past Alec to get a melee attack off on him.
Okay.
If that you're melee attacking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you there. If you don't have to go there
Okay.
if you don't want to, but that's where you would need to be to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
close
I'm gonna
enough.
push Alec to the wall because he's in my
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, he's pretty
Get out of
stumbly.
my
Yeah.
way.
I don't even say anything. I just push him. They kind of set him, push briskly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's real. He's real flaccid.
Still striking. There's a potency rune. I don't know if I want to use that right now. What is that?
Well, I think that's just always on, right?
Okay. Then I want to use that.
I gotta double check. We'll see. For now, it is.
And then I hit him.
That'll definitely hit.
Very low on.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah, you do 7 points of damage, and you feel some of the beef behind this guy who is your greeter, as
Like I hit him with a tree.
he croaks out as you hit him, and in still kind of like broken guttural common, you say, "Happened, not gonna be pleased with you." And he just spits in your general direction. You can see him starting to curl up his tongue in anticipation. Alec, not looking well. You kind of shoved him back, and he's leaned against the wall, and he's kind of just pushing and pulling and trying to like lean and use his great sword for like a cane almost, and you just hear him almost as if talking to himself. I just need it. I just need a moment.
Oh my god. Poor
Yeah, he's just like
Alec.
leaning against the wall.
No.
Um,
Alec, you'll be okay. I'll make you some healing potions real quick.
Let me just remove that guy. And remove that
Oh
guy.
my gosh.
The frog still croaking in rage at Rhaegar. Does a couple things. First, the club still in his hand. He swings that pretty hard at you, Rhaegar.
God damn it.
Definitely connects. Wait, before I roll damage, I'm gonna try something. So in Dice So Nice, you can configure. What is it? Configure your settings. Go to module settings. I'm gonna go to Dice So Nice. I'm gonna turn up my
Damage.
Let's see my yeah. Let me turn up my dice hack modifier, my god mode dice. No, hold on. I saw it. Global animation speed. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, I gotta go to my dice settings. I'm gonna put my speed up a little bit higher. I think it's under here. Speed. Normal. We're gonna go double speed. Maybe I'll get a little more flick on the roll. Let's see. Let's just fucking see. So we're rolling damage, for better or worse, with higher speed tosses. Not better. It's 11 points of damage, bludgeoning. Smacks you hard across the face, Rhaegar. And then you see him. Let's see. He already had his club in hand. He's gonna take a 5-foot step towards the door. And he's going to interact with the door and open it.
Of course.
You see that it's a double door. There's like a small little
No.
passageway that leads to another still closed double door. So that's an attack. That's a careful 5-foot step and an interact to open the door. He ends his turn there. That's the end of the round. Pitch, what are you doing?
Well, I can't hit him with a crossbow bolt from here, can I?
The door is open. I would say you definitely could. It's less than 30 feet. Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, Alec is literally pressed against the wall, slumping. You really don't have a lot of obstruction even in your line of sight.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot him. That's what I'm gonna do if I can find the button here to do the shooty.
Oh, you can do.
Oh,
the
that will definitely, not only will that hit, that is a critical hit.
So
Dude.
before I roll damage here, can you verify that it's rolling the correct things like Casey?
I will.
Because it's
I
a
will
+1.
double. Yeah, I will double check. Base damage is good. And it's gonna strike. Yeah, it should. It should be. Try hitting the critical damage button. Let's see what
Oh.
happens.
I didn't.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I'll click
Ooh.
it one more
Oh.
time.
So well, there's no pluses to the damage. Okay, so you can just click it one more time.
I guess there's not.
So that I will apply both. So that packs an 11 point blow. Pretty nasty crossbow bolt just goes punching through his right under his clavicle through the shoulder.
All right.
As he starts walking towards the door, he just gets bolted back. You know, like when McCree clips you or something, and it kind of stops your momentum a little bit. He staggers for a second.
I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna fire again.
Yeah, right. Because you already had it cocked and loaded, so it's just one action point to fire, one to reload.
Yep.
Final action point with multiple attack penalty. Boom, 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 boom. That still hits for normal damage. Ooh, 7 more. And he just stumbles again. Just Daryl.
Yep. I'm gonna whip up some elixirs of life.
So is that
Two
quick
of them. Quick alchemy.
Single action point.
Yep. So I'm gonna make 2 elixirs of life. Which are the nice ones? Oh no, I want to do the D8 ones. Wait. Oh no, I can only do the elixir of life. The other one was an offshoot that I had. Okay, and then I give one to Alec. Alec, take one of these.
How are your reagents holding up after those?
Yeah, I only have one left.
Okay.
So I just give him one. So I make 2 and give him one. So it's my 3
Okay.
actions.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and the other one
He's got to drink it on his own turn.
In your hands, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Rhaegar, you see from deep pitch just fire, reload, fire again. 2 crossbow bolts just stagger the frog warrior.
I grab him. I grab him by the fucking frog muzzle, and I try and do tight wrestler, throw him down.
The frog muzzle.
Trip him.
You're gonna trip him? Okay. So that is athletics versus his reflex DC. He does not seem as nimble as the simian warriors.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen like that, like a natural.
You mother.
And he,
Right.
yeah, he still staggering. Like he just seems to almost like drunken master avoid the trip.
Great. And I take my free hand and I hit him in the back of the head with a mace.
Okay.
You had to get the 2 out of the way so you could roll real well on this one.
You know. So good.
Dude.
Yep. It's a dance.
He's back.
It's a dance. It's a dance. That's all your action points, I believe. Yeah. Alec, accepting your elixir. It's the elixir of life here in chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna use that and get minimum.
Drink it. You mother.
Baby.
Minimum
Motherfucker.
gets 1 hit point back.
Oh, Jesus.
And
This is just
Not
like
having-
Spilled most of it.
ridiculous at this point.
he is just still there, not feeling great. The frog person.
Fucking frog person.
Yeah. Got to do what he's gonna do. He's going to safely step 5 feet, disengaging from you. You see him.
Doesn't matter.
What's that?
I was just gonna say, does it cost anything to disengage? But it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have attack of opportunity.
He has to spend an action point doing a careful step, which is basically just he can only go 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He then starts fumbling around in his belt pouch. out of character since we're learning and having fun here.
Oh, sure.
He has a 50% chance to actually have the key. And there's a 50% chance the guy dead at his feet who was wearing the top hat has actually there'd be a 75% chance that the guy with the top hat had the key, if I'm
He
being
was kind of
honest
the
here.
boss, right?
He was definitely the big man. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go higher is better. I'm looking for 76 or more for frog person here.
Looking good for
He does
him.
not have the key. He's fumbling. He spends an interact point fumbling around his pouch. And then he immediately crouches down and starts fumbling around in the guy's pouch on the ground in front of him here. He is going to make a check for that since it is not on his person. Similar to a stealth, it's going to be quickly in there. He finds the key. Crouched down, removing a key from the pouch of the dead top hat guy. He has spent all of his action point and is looking towards Rhaegar with a little bit of concern in his face for the first time. Pitch, what are you doing?
I see him disappear, and I'm like, well, here we go. And fling, dragon claws are
What?
immediately out.
Whoa.
And I sprint. I don't know how if I can get all the way to him. That's the dream.
Your base movement speed's 25.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you can get to
dumb.
him. Because
If
unconscious, like
you
you can stand on the unconscious body, right?
yeah, you can
I
stand
don't.
the unconscious guy.
What is the
Yeah.
button to make it do the thing?
Control here. I'll let you.
No,
No, that's
try
fine.
it.
That's perfect.
Try it out yourself. So if you control drag off your token, I think, and then
Oh,
click again, like release the left click and then click again,
oh, I see.
and then
Oh,
while
cool.
still holding it, hit spacebar to like, yes, it's approved. You may go.
Okay.
But so that's a bit further. So I think you with your 25 feet, you'd be like right around here. And I'm just gonna put this unconscious body against the wall. That's fine.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm gonna attack him with my dragon claws.
Whoa. Okay. What happens? Like, have these guys seen this before? Or are you like,
I've
are
used
they
this before.
forming on your hand? Okay.
I'm surprised that everyone's surprised by this, but yes, I've used this before. But it's not like Wolverine where it comes out of his knuckles. It's actually like fingernails. Actually, like the entire skin around my finger thickens and like elongates to these serrated, like 4 or 5 inch nails coming off that just thicken. It
Alright.
hurts, and he kind of like screams in the back, and then charges forward and swipes at this dude. Is that just a melee attack?
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll look into setting up an action for you on your bar, but for now, I mean, basically it says you make an unarmed attack, so you still make an unarmed attack to hit,
Okay, then that's what I'll
and you
do.
still do unarmed 1d4 slashing damage instead of bludgeoning. So, but I think the damage roll should still be fine.
Cool.
The
He's
hit
crouching,
is not
so
fine. Yep.
Cool.
Slippery little frog.
Dragon
It's not
Claw.
slippery. It's that none of us can roll above a fucking 5 in this stupid game.
So the Dragon Claws do last for a minute, though. It says, right? Duration.
Oh,
1 minute.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
they
So
last.
that is 10 rounds. So you got 9 more rounds. Until the end of round 14, I guess. Daryl, you're up.
Is it possible for me to squeeze to right here?
Yep. You are gonna box out Rhaegar, but you definitely can do that.
Oh shoot! Excuse me, Rhaegar, and then I attack with my magical battle axe. Oh! Run up to 16!
The frog is like using the door to like hide and block and
Try it again.
every attack.
Yes.
But it's you wait for your moment, and as he moves the door one last time, you swing again, and connect for 12 points of damage.
Yes.
And he is within inches of his life, and he's just croaking. He says, hey, wait. He's got like the key in one hand, like, and he's like leaning against the locked door behind him, like, wait. Yeah.
I want to end my turn like holding the potion that I made for Rhaegar out, but he's probably gonna have to use his
like away from you towards Rhaegar or in
Rhaegar
front of this guy.
toward
Okay.
Rhaegar. I'm not gonna like I don't have a point to give it to him, but like he could probably use a point to take it from me
That's right. Okay, so we'll
if you want.
pause time for 1 minute there. I just need some water real bad because both the frog and me have lost our voice.
I'm gonna get some water too. Yeah, this game is tough when you can't roll over a 5.
Yeah, no shit, huh? I mean, there's 15 other numbers in there. What are we doing? What are we doing, digital dice? Where are the 15 other numbers? It won't make anybody feel any better, but I was listening to like a Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast. That one I linked like way back that I thought was pretty good. Just kind of talking through some of the basics and the min-maxed podcast. They have the same plague. Like their entire noob starter game, like the amount of people who have like burnt and lost all of their spell slots with spell attack rolls and missed pretty much every attack with like average 5-ish type rolls is unfucking believable. I've never seen anything like it except in our
I
campaign.
mean, believable now.
Yeah.
My...
Unreal. So this guy in very broken guttural frog common holding the key up, like just bleeding out at this point. Please. Please. Rhaegar, you see this, so Daryl, I imagine, has weapon up in one hand and is just like cool guy holding potion out behind him, straight arm towards you.
Drink it.
What are you doing?
I grab and drink it immediately.
Action points being what they are, I think it's an interact point to take the thing and then another to drink it. Can you put... Actually, can you put it in chat again? If you scroll up to above your Titan Wrestler, so actually just roll it's 1d6 plus 1 item bonus. Oh, and a plus 1 bonus saving throws. So just roll a d6. It's fine. That's all you gotta do. Okay, you get 4 health back.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's not 1.
It's already added? Yeah, okay.
I added it, yeah. What are you doing? You've got this guy pleading for his life. You all definitely heard some wood on stone noises, not too distant. You haven't heard anything result from that yet, but there are definitely sounds of life around you. And I would say still locking on to that urine/bear odor, fecal matter you smelled earlier. You've noticed that it is definitely coming from that heavily barricaded, what you think might be a door to the north. Heavily barricaded, though, at the moment.
Yeah.
You've used 2 action points to drink the potion. What are you doing next?
Okay. I try to act as intimidating as possible, and I ask him where the halfling is. So I'm trying to inquire and figure out. Before you bleed out, where is the halfling? And then I do.
Okay.
It doesn't do very well, so
Okay.
Actually,
He is not doing well himself.
Okay.
He's gonna make a will saving throw against that with a lot of penalties. Let's see. Shit in his pants penalty. Whoa. And he can feel his time running out. I'm gonna call that -6. Oh, I'd say the tie goes to you in this case. You had to beat shit in his pants DC of 7. I'm gonna give it to you.
Wow. Wow.
He, with a lot of hesitation, just drops the key, kind of clinks and clangs. Captain and DD. Captain and DD. They got him. Just starts pointing back towards the main hall.
Happening DD?
What does that mean?
Everyone make a perception check to see if you could understand what the fuck he just said.
What's that mean?
Common does not appear to be his native tongue.
He just insulted me.
Pitch, you and Rhaegar both hear, after like sounding it out in your heads like 3 or 4 times. It sounds like he says, if I were to translate eloquently, the captain and DD have him over there. And he kind of like pointed back towards the main hall.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's behind that door?
I should. In my turn, 'cause I want to know all the
It's
things.
okay.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, are we still in
He
initiative?
hesitate.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, potentially.
Not really.
He hesitates for a moment longer. You can see he's getting pretty weak and very near death. I need to make a little fortitude saving throw for him here. Okay, he's hanging on. He's still clinging to life, as it were. And he kind of like does, some like nervous eye darts between all of you. Finally lands back, looking up at Rhaegar looming. I don't know. Are you taller than these guys, Rhaegar? I feel like you might be, because they also seem kind of short, but I could be wrong. Like, would Rhaegar be looming above you all, or at least visible above you all, standing back there?
He's looming,
Rhaegar?
he's looming behind someone who's holding up a hand that's just claws.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he finishes looking just through the claws towards Rhaegar, and he says, he kind of like nods, thinking like, okay, maybe I can, get myself out of this. He says, more cinder claw. Which roughly translates at this point to basically saying more cinder claw are back there.
Hmm?
Everyone make a perception check. Not Rhaegar, not Alec. He's kind of like half conscious.
No.
Uh,
What's he whinging about?
Rhaegar, you kind of do like a doot.
Yeah. It's kind of looking around.
You hear sounds of life next door. You hear sounds of life to the north, which you are pretty certain is a bear at this point. Probably grizzly, maybe black, could be brown, but probably grizzly. And you definitely hear more faint, not so obvious, some kind of noise to the west as well.
Is it safe to say I can kind of split for a second? I can say, watch him for a minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We're definitely
Yes.
watching.
And I kind of just want to go up here, and it sounds like I'm pretty certain I know what this is by the dung that I smelled, and maybe the dander in the breeze.
Okay,
moist
so
air.
as you make your way up there, let's just describe the room now that we kind of have a beat. For all intents and purposes, we can say we're out of combat at this point. You've got Frog Friend here is currently a willing, still breathing hostage. This room, as you all look around, especially you, Rhaegar, as you begin to walk through it, feels like it maybe once held fine seating, from some very nice looking wood, maybe mahogany, maybe some very soiled and torn, but potentially once velvet covers stretched across it. Most of it broken to pieces and used to fashion crude, like little almost, like homeless encampment kind of hovels, like just real makeshift little camp inside the room here, like little bunks or quarters. And the door to the north, as described and spotted at a glance, is heavily barricaded with lots of debris, from probably some pieces of fallen stone from the cave-in to other broken bits of furniture, either from this room or maybe one of the others. But the odor is strong. You're pretty certain there's a bear on the other side of this barricade and beyond the door. What are you doing as you approach?
Barricade.
I thought of that too.
Whoops. I did not.
Well,
Rig,
do we
are
need
you,
this guy
are you
alive?
typing or thinking?
Yeah,
Oh, there
sorry.
you go. Okay, so I got you.
The reason why it's written this way too is it's supposed to sound wispy.
I got you. Okay.
Almost
One
like wraiths.
moment.
You know.
While Rhaegar takes a moment to go check out the barricade, are any of you doing anything?
I take the keys from him.
Okay. It's just with single key, but you take it.
Yep, it's mine now.
All right.
I would
Let's
love
see.
to have a further conversation with him.
You can, yeah, you've got a moment to exchange a couple words while we take a beat. What do you say?
So, what are some other things that we should know about this area? Maybe how many of your friends exist around here?
You see him thinking for a moment. You also now are two where there was once three. Pitch, why don't you make for me, just for my own pleasure and enjoyment, an intimidation check? Oh,
The
yeah.
claws are
Yes.
pronounced,
The
and I
claws are
kind of run
very
it
pronounced.
across his little frog bubble throat.
It stays fully inflated for like the duration of the drag. He almost seems like scared to like breathe or let loose in case it might catch on the claw. And you can see him thinking as you ask him this question, which how did you word it again?
I said, how many other people, like, what all can you tell me about this area, including like the number of cinder claws around here?
Not feeling clever enough to distract you or say anything else, and feeling quite concerned for his throat pouch. Yes, I'm kind of like, remove claw. I tell you, I tell you something.
I remove it, but I don't. I remove it from here, but I just move it down.
He like lets the thing kind of like deflate a little bit. Is that we no go down there, and he kind of points to like where you just came from.
Mhm.
No go there.
What?
Yeah. Captain say protected by evil.
That's
Don't
true.
go. We no go there. Hey, I know. Huh? Where'd help you?
His name's Word?
Daryl, are you doing anything during that? It sounded like you said his name was Word.
Word?
Word.
The way you talk makes me nauseous. Um, do we need him alive?
He hasn't been very helpful, I say.
You guys are debating that. Is there? And think about if there's any action you want to take, Daryl, while that little back and forth is happening, and you ask that
I'm like starting to
pivotal
lift my
question.
axe.
Rhaegar, you're up at the barrier. You've kind of like glanced around at the room, smelled some things. You've whispered beyond the barrier. Let me just see if there's any response. I mean, you're just
Yeah.
waiting to see if you hear anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I don't
hit
know.
him.
I don't know how.
I'd
how
like
a
you
bear would
to
respond.
make a nature check.
Is someone gonna stop me?
I wouldn't. I'm not there, and I'm not.
Ah!
So I know what I want to do with this bear.
You don't hear like a
Mhm.
voice that you understand by any stretch, but you hear like the sound of like a wounded animal. You hear just like a sniff, a snort, kind of like a. But it's not. It doesn't feel menacing to you.
Okay. This barricaded door here, like, would it look like I would need everybody's help to get this open?
Um, give me one
I'm gonna
second.
kind of relay to them,
It's pretty
guys.
crudely barricaded. It's just a lot of shit.
I think I found someone that can help us.
Oh,
And
someone that can help us. I look back at Frog Guy. Acha! And then I
Good
I
coup
ask
de
him a
grace.
question.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty easy target. Like you just lop that shit off right through the pouch, man. Just
I
Can I search
get some
for
samples.
any of my crossbow bolts?
yeah, potentially. How many did you fire?
4.
Okay.
2 of them embedded themselves in him.
Yeah. I would say you can try to get 2 of them back. It's roll 2 D100s. And I'd say there's just a 50% chance it's still usable after impact. Oh, you know what? Fuck.
It's okay, I can click it. And
61. It's
61 and
61 and a
33.
33. So you get 1 bolt
1.
back.
Okay, cool.
The other 2 would require some surgery and
Yeah, that's
extraction.
fine.
It might be damaged anyway. Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
It's kind of like talking to like a wounded dog or like a scared dog that's like in like a impound kennel or something. You can only guess at the nature and the state of this bear, but it sounds more receptive than menacing. You feel like you wouldn't be able to tell more until you made contact. But it does sound like it quiets down after a moment, after like a little bit of an exchange. You rolled a natural 20 on that nature check, plus your little back and forth here. You're guessing this thing's probably gonna be hungry.
Oh yeah. Well, we got plenty of
Um,
frog and monkey meat.
Ooh. Yep, frog meat,
so
monkey meat.
barricade is kind of like they tend to have like hardness and hit points and like a broken threshold. If you wanted to be more quiet and careful about it than just ripping and bashing it apart, you could, but it would take some time. I would argue probably 30 to 60 minutes. Just because it's kind of like a house of cards, right? The way these fuckers did this, just piling and throwing shit up there. So like it's like a crazy Jenga. Like if you didn't take your time with it, it would be just as loud as just smashing and destroying it.
Well, they trapped a bear in there? Is that what's happening?
Yes. He could
And it's
be
hungry?
a ferocious ally in the next room.
Oh, an ally? Oh, we shouldn't make noise and scare it.
You hear
What if I can craft it?
Alex like watching you all like when this is going down and just kind of like nods very sleepily and says, "I'm just gonna wait here." And he's like sat down now, and he closes like the door to the hallway behind him and just leans against like half on the wall, like at a 45-degree angle, half against
Yeah.
like the closed door, and he just closes his eyes for a moment.
A crafting check to see if I can
Let's.
do it faster than 60 minutes.
You feel like 30 to 45 is maybe doable with your expertise, but it's still gonna
Okay.
take time. Like this thing is a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
While he's assessing, I'm gathering frog bodies and monkey corpses, and I'm bringing them over. 1 second.
Yeah, I'll start doing it just quietly. You know, like, okay, let me measure this and cut this and move this, undo these nails.
Okay.
Just take my time.
All right, you guys start to get into that a little bit. Pitch is thinking deep thoughts, I imagine. I'd say you start to get into that a little bit, and maybe about 10 minutes pass.
Okay.
I would like you all to make a perception check.
Oh, wait, hang on. Minz is just cleaning his butthole vigorously.
With his tongue, I assume.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unless you want to donate your tongue.
It's about 10 minutes in when you hear a knock on the eastern door.
A knock?
It's like a double pound, like boom, boom.
Oh, okay.
You hear a voice. Doesn't sound croaky. Sounds a little more like erratic and energetic, kind of like the two monkey guys you were dealing with earlier. It is speaking in kind of broken common as well, and it says, "What are you doing?"
Kobolds.
"Just sleep in here." And there's
Oh,
like
am I being too noisy?
there's one last bang on the door, like almost in frustration. The sound seems to go away after a few seconds. So, I know.
I'm gonna pull
Okay.
the body of the frog out from that area. I'm gonna prop it up against the wall or give it to Rhaegar, who's getting ready to feed things.
Yeah, if we need something
Okay.
to put it there, I can take the. I'll get the rest. Take
I'm
what you need.
gonna
Spare.
shut and see if I can't lock this door.
I'll try to be more crafty
You
or
definitely
silent.
can. The key works, and you are definitely being a lot more now that you've gotten like a bit of a base layer of like the shambles kind of down. You've reordered it so it's a little more structural and a little less house of cards. So you continue to dismantle that with a little more ease at this point. Rhaegar, I would say you maybe you started with the furthest monkey body. I don't know if you had a preference.
Yep, that guy.
You brought that guy up. You were getting ready to go over when you heard like the knocking in the exchange for the second body, and you
Yep.
see Pitch kind of closing and carefully locking the door as he moves the other frog body to the side. Are you grabbing the frog or going for
I'm
the other
putting the
monkey
big up.
guy?
I'm not
Okay.
gonna disrupt what Pitch is doing. I'm just making a.
Same wall or opposite walls? What are you doing? Just kind of
I'm making
stacking
a
them wherever?
pile. Making a
Okay.
pile.
All right.
It's gonna look like a food bowl for this guy.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
and
Go
I'm
ahead.
curious if there's 10 minutes of time that I can use while Daryl is disassembling or engineering.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say after you get that second body over, we can go through another 10-minute interval of
Okay.
process here. What are you doing during that 10 minutes then?
Oh, I'm gonna say I need to prepare the meal, and I kind of
Okay.
like meditate for a second by the food, and I refocus. I need to get
All right.
after being slaughtered and frightened and badly injured and everything. I need to recenter my mind to nature.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, you do that. Why, Daryl, your work continues a little more smoothly. Pitch, were you doing anything in this next little 10-minute gap? You about a minute passes after the knock. You don't hear anything. You can still occasionally hear very faint sounds from the room to the east.
Hmm.
Um, but it just sounds like signs of life, not signs of curiosity.
Okay. I'm not really doing anything, I don't think.
Okay. All right. Um, the next
Wh-
10 minutes pass. Yeah.
How late are you guys wanting to go tonight?
Um,
I'm
I'm
good whenever, actually.
I'm good. Whatever.
Yeah, like I can
It's
end
not
it
not
now.
not the worst cliffhang point, but we can also see where things go if you want to go longer. I will say this. So
You can
as
go a
another
little bit
10 minutes
longer.
pass, and Daryl, you're seeing the door on the other side. Like you've managed to break things down. It's been about 30 minutes out of the estimated 30 to
Good.
60. And you feel like with your second and third wave of skillful checks there, you've managed to basically get enough of a path open to the door.
All right.
Door open.
Rhaegar, you're up.
Okay.
I don't know how to talk to bears. Pitch, this is something you do too, right? Like you can speak it to animals.
I can only say friend.
I mean, that's a start. You're gonna need a friend in the next room, I think.
All right, I'll drag up this dead frog body.
Ew, I'm not touching that.
I
No, I'm
should.
just kidding. I have no problems with corpses.
I
Like,
say friend over his shoulder.
imagine
Okay.
like I wish I had a better thing for this, but it's like it's like I'm convincing.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, my kids, bro. Oh, they puncture the plastic. Yeah. Um, oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, so you make some sounds and then pitch you're just saying friends.
Yep.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Friend.
It's not bad. You hear
Uh,
like you
yeah.
hear like a what sounds like a distant low growl, like more like I wouldn't call it a roar, it'd be like maybe a moan or something, but it's like
Okay.
but it sounds like it's not close to the door.
I'm opening the door.
Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
You tried the handle and feel that it is locked.
I I s-
Keys.
I hand him the key,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you quickly try the key from pitch and it clicks and unlocks.
That's a nice sound.
and I take the key back from you.
Yeah, I hand it back. Hand it back. Thank you, bitch.
Um you see in the corner a very large, very wounded, very emaciated, large frame, grizzly bear in a room that can only be described as a fucking horror scene. There are Brumble Brasher goblin corpses strewn about. There are frog people. There are monkey people. And there are humanoids in various colored garb, some of them including a familiar bright red that members of the Rovers seem to enjoy wearing. Another humanoid who doesn't look like he has any of that at all. Nonetheless, the shit piss stench is real. The murder scene look and feel is real. There's splintered, destroyed furniture everywhere, but currently just laying down, head on the paws in the corner of the room, like really kind of tucked in there, almost like the broken furniture is strewn about enough to kind of make like a little bit of a cave sort of nest feel, but it's just
Mhm.
sitting there kind of looking towards the door, eyes unblinking, just
I pat Rhaegar on the shoulder. I'm like, you got it.
I grab one of these carcasses and I drag it in with me.
which one? Which carcass?
Just this bushy guy.
Oh, the one that used to wear the top hat.
Yeah.
City, I will say this. The one thing that I would have done during those 10 minutes is
Uh-huh.
strip them of all of any armor or strip
I'll
down
buy that for $1.
most
Let's
of their
take
clothing.
a flashback moment to see what you might have fleeced from their belongings or looked around the room and found while the other work was being done. A little quick flashback.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, these, let's call them cinder claws, since that word's getting thrown around a lot. Didn't have a lot of notable value. They had the equipment that was on them, which in the case of our frog person was 3 javelins. Was wearing some studded leather armor, and then that club that smacked Rhaegar with a few times. Um,
Son of a fish.
if you guys want, maybe I can get you to manage the party loot sheet. If you click the magnifying glass, I think you guys can edit it. I'm gonna offload some bookkeeping to you.
Ooh.
So like if you click, and you can always just take a note and add it in later, but I think you guys have permissions to like use the magnifying glass and add stuff, right? So if you choose to take any of that, that was 3 javelins, studded leather armor, and a club. Obviously, getting the studded leather armor off might have taken a little more time, but we can hand wave through that for now. The 2 Simian fellas, other than that fancy looking top hat and some colorful mixed garb that was probably stolen, none of it fit super well. Both of them had a hatchet, a dagger, and some hide armor. And then obviously that fucking top hat. Beyond that, let's see. You also came across a lesser comprehension elixir, but nothing else of note.
A lesser what?
Comprehension elixir. I think we can say that Daryl would have clocked that
Oh,
for
got
what it
that.
was.
Yeah.
Are you
I've
adding
seen
it
one of those.
to-
I just wrote it down
Yeah.
to add it to my inventory. Oh, is it in the party items?
Here you go. I just added it for you.
Hey,
Okay, back to real time.
thank you.
Rhaegar, you're dragging the slightly less equipped,
Mhm.
larger monkey warrior into
Got
the
it.
room. Okay, give me another
Yeah.
nature check, if you would.
Okay. Okay.
Does he get anything from that sweet nat 20?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely affecting the DC
Yeah, that's
that I
food.
have in mind.
So many things in
Okay.
here.
Okay. Very hesitant. A little more hesitant than you were hoping for. This bear just kind of like stares at you and but then slowly, surely enough, it reaches a big paw forward and just starts dragging the monkey forward. And with like the very first limb it grabbed, it just starts ripping bits of furred flesh off, and every now and then kind of like spitting up tufts of monkey flesh,
Mm.
and it slowly starts making its way through, and it kind of picks up speed and just starts working this thing like it's fried fucking chicken. And before you know it, like it's just ravenous, and it seems to almost forget that you're here.
Bring him another one.
Okay.
Mm.
Help me with another one. He's hungry.
What's his name?
I look when it was standing. What's its genitalia?
Oh,
Good question. I would say there's a 51 or higher, and it's well endowed, and it sure is.
Okay. Okay. His name is Ymir. Just
Can you
making
spell
it
it?
up.
Can you put that in the chat? I'll go ahead and update this label on him here with your affixed name. Okay, perfect. Yep, done. Can I refresh this? Uh-huh. Okay.
Giant.
You quickly during the feasting make your way out and start dragging another of the smaller simian bodies forward. Are the two of you kind of helping, or just keeping a safe distance and doing other things right now?
I mean,
He's
I'm
huge.
I'm keeping a pretty safe distance.
Yeah,
Like I'm not going in the room.
the stench is pretty strong.
oh yeah, I'm
And
not going in that
you,
room.
you can you can
Giant
hear the
bear.
breaths and the growls and the
Yeah.
roars, and it's not
Since
very
If
inviting.
I'm
if it's
standing in here. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say if it's 10 minutes, I kind of sit down back here in this corner, and I'm gonna also spend time refocusing.
Yeah, I would say you definitely have time for that.
Okay.
Even during like this first little exchange, like you could be well into like almost 7 or 8 minutes in or something.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, some time passes, the gnawing, the feasting continues. Rhaegar, you go out and grab the other simian body. Daryl, are you just kind of like helping
Shovel
like assembly
bodies,
line shovel?
corpses. Yup.
Yeah, just help prop it forward,
Get
but
that food in there. Gotta feed that bear.
staying on the other side of the threshold, am I right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right,
Oh my
Daryl.
god, that bear is fucking huge. It's massive.
Daryl, other more smaller, popcorn sized simian body in hand. You can see Ymir uh, appears to be about 75% done with the first one, and after he finishes the chew that he was on when you walked in with this next monkey body, sort of spitting out little tufts of skin and fur, kind of just like grumbles at your approach, but immediately like starts, well, not immediately, slowly starts looking back down and finishes off the rest of the first one. What are you doing? Just kind of like slowly, are you waiting for him to finish, or what's your approach? Are you presenting him?
And figured that since I'm standing in this room with this giant bear, I might as well look around and see if there's anything of interest in here.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
box
you get a moment to make a perception check, if you would.
paper. Yeah, yeah. We already kind of know where that guy is, but anything we could
Ooh.
glean, any weapons.
Man.
You can. I mean, there's a lot of destroyed stuff, but there's only so much the bear could reach. Like a lot of the wall hangings and like the chandelier above, like where the bed in the western corner is. This horror scene looks like it was once a very stately special quarters. Um, let's see. Like you can kind of tell from like the bed, the rug, the style of it all. It feels quite fancy. Um, there Some of the bodies look like they might still have some salvageable equipment left on them,
Cool.
though
Say that.
potentially not much. It looks like they might have been stripped down to some extent before they got put in here, although a couple of them look like they still had like a belt pouch or something on them, like that maybe couldn't be removed in time to like not get eaten by the bear that they were trying to feed. So there might be a thing or two, but you would need some time to like go investigate more closely, hands on.
Cool. I just relay that
Um,
information. There might
okay.
be good, niceties in here.
Oh. What's his
Okay.
name though?
Emir.
Oh, the bear's the emir? Oh, okay. Hmm.
So he finishes eating just as you kind of finish taking stock of the room. You've got the monkey body next to you near the threshold of the door. Are you shoving
Um.
it forward? What are you doing
I,
here?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Just like once he's done, I'm throwing that on there. Just factoring. This is a buffet. This is like sushi on a.
He hesitates about half as long as he did last time, and just both paws like just watching you this time, like while eating. Seems like less ravenous and just focused, and just.
And then I say, okay, we're gonna lead him to the other room.
Daryl and Pitch, you can hear Rhaegar. Are you speaking Druidic? I don't know. Even as the
Not
GM, I
them.
can't tell what language. Yeah,
Sorry.
not to them, but I mean, like in terms of like out of character mechanics, are you speaking the Druidic language to this bear, or are you speaking something
Oh
else?
yeah, I'm typing everything I'm saying to the
Yeah.
bear.
No, and I see that. I just wanted to confirm and be sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
feel
yeah,
like it.
you hear Rhaegar speaking that language he speaks from time to time when
I
he's
say
feeling
friend.
extra naturey.
You just hear a friend,
Friend.
friend.
And at this point, like, are
Friend.
you both already getting the frog body, or Rhaegar, are you having to leave and go back?
Oh no, we'll definitely like take it to the edge of the room, so that way Rhaegar doesn't have
Okay.
to
So
like
yeah,
leave the room.
the frog is pretty close to the threshold.
Yeah,
Um,
gotta be able to stay there with the bear.
bear,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you guys prepping past that, the bear is like picking up speed and seems to be regaining some energy as he just shreds through this smaller simian, and within minutes he's done.
So with this last frog, I think for transparency, I'm gonna put it in the doorway. It's gonna kind of be like we're gonna try and lead him out a little bit
Oh, okay.
to the other room. So I'm gonna kind of come out the door, and I just want to leave it there at the door to bring him out this way.
He doesn't stand, but like he's kind of been like really low and slouched this whole time. Like as you get and start walking away, he kind of is watching you a little bit. So you're kind of like speaking calm druidic, or maybe
Yeah,
guttural strong druid. I don't know what your approach is, and trying to like gesture to him. What do you like? What?
I'm
Give me
just
the
talking
full
British.
picture.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
like as we're laying these bodies out like M&Ms for a child outside the door, like to make Hansel and Gretel kind of thing. These
Hmm.
breadcrumbs, sorry. Um, I'm whispering these sweet nothings in his ear, like trying to entice him to follow.
You're a big, strong bear. Who's a good boy?
Okay. I'd like all of you to make a perception check.
Friend.
The last thing I'm saying to Pitch as I'm backing up is, Pitch, uh, I'm gonna have a hungry bear coming. we might we might want to introduce him to some friends.
Oh. Oh. All right.
A mutual relationship.
Do you mean some friends he can eat?
Hmm?
All right.
Do
I
you
go
have source?
I go over here and I open this door.
Before you do that, I'd like everyone to make. Well, you already made your perception check. I'd like everyone else to make a perception check still.
Oh gosh, everyone.
Mhm.
Shit. Nah.
We're like
Bear.
stuck in a corner.
You hear from the West Wing a knock on the door. As you do that, or as you hear that, and you're just kind of like finishing placing the frog body and like stepping out and finishing like your little back and forth with the grizzly Ymir. As you hear this, Rhaegar, I would like you to make a nature check.
Mm.
Oh, you. So close.
Okay. Ymir seems interested, but he doesn't seem comfortable or confident. He's like following and tracking you. You can see him like adjust his paws a little bit and press forward to lean and follow, but like he lowers his head a bit and doesn't finish the stand. He's like just watching you, and now arguably watching Darrow, who might be a little bit closer to the body.
No sudden movements.
So everyone just heard a knock on the door, kind of as that's happening.
Wait, down by pitch? That door?
Yeah.
Right,
West
right.
side.
Somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
west
down
side.
there.
Oh.
Do I hear any voices or anything?
You hear speaking a language you don't know. You hear a familiar guttural croaking series of sounds.
Okay.
There's a certain cadence to it that you can't be sure if it's like yelling something or inquiring about something. So it's like
Oh, it's more frog people.
we can pause there, or
It's a good place to pause.
it's probably a good place.
Yeah,
to
I'm
pause.
fading
Almost
fast.
1:30. Yeah, getting
Oh,
getting that vaccine flowing through you.
dude. I'm this tired.
Yeah. That's